What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. We have a ton to talk about. We were stranded in Seattle. We had live shows. We got the Oscars. But first, Chicks in the Office is presented by Microsoft 365 Copilot. Before we get into all the TV that we have to catch up on, all the drama, we have to talk about the thing that is keeping everyone's lives organized right now, and that is Microsoft 365 Copilot.
That's because the world moves fast. Your workday moves even faster. Drafting reports, pitching products, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work, built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use, helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So when you're sitting down on Monday morning and you got to go through your inbox, you got to plan out the rest of the week, Copilot helps you do it all, and you'll do it fast, efficiently, so that you can really get the best out of your week. You just really can cut through all that clutter and make the path to your best work.
Exactly. And you can learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday.
How are we feeling?
I'm not quite sure where I am in the world,
Listen. Neither do I.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, we're back in the office? How did I get here?
It feels like we're just on autopilot right now. We've just been beep, bop, boop, bop, showing up places.
Or us on the West Coast was all a dream.
No,
It
it truly feels that way.
was just all a dream.
Feels like a fever dream.
Yeah.
We have had quite the past couple of days.
Yes.
Honestly. It has been quite a journey. All said and done, I had a great time with you guys. Yeah. A lot of memories to be made.
Yeah.
A lot of laughs along the way. Yep.
I was thinking that
memories
yesterday.
were made.
When you texted oh, miss you guys or whatever. I'm usually at the end of a somewhat longer trip, I feel like it's the opposite of you want to get away from everyone.
Yeah. Well, what made me laugh was I was thinking about it because when I got home, I was like, my God, it feels good to be home. And then I was like, I left 4 days ago. Our flight we left later on Wednesday. So by the time I got home on Sunday and when I left on Wednesday, it was almost exactly 4 days.
Mm-hmm. It feels like we were gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
No joke.
I was like, oh my God, did you miss me? I'm back. It's it wasn't that long.
No, it really wasn't, but we had quite a journey that made it feel like it was 10 times longer than it was. And I was even texting, we had separate flights home yesterday, and I was texting Fran hey, when you land? And I was like, sorry, I'm attached. Yeah. I'm asking so many questions. I feel attached to you right now. We've been through so much. But we had our live show in Seattle Thursday night, which was so much fun. It was such a fantastic show. We had Ashley Hesseltine from Girls Gotta Eat, which was just such a blast. It so really fun. Was an amazing show, in my opinion.
I thought so too. I felt like we were a well-oiled machine, these two shows, not gonna lie. Not that we've put on a lot of shows before, and the number, how many shows have we done total? 30?
46.
Oh my God, so much more than I thought. I was going to say, you would think before 46 we'd really have it down, which we have.
Yeah.
But these felt great.
Yes, they did. They were fantastic. We met so many lovely people, so many listeners that wow, there was just a very loud noise in the, that's just somebody moving chairs?
It's just somebody dragging a table across the floor
I
somewhere.
thought it was a cow mooing. Yeah. That's how loud that was. But we met so many lovely people and our listeners that we maybe talked to online and, have supported the show for a long time. So really, thank you so much for coming to the show. And then Friday we wake up and snow has struck Seattle in a way that Seattle was not
seen in years, apparently,
capable of handling. They had no idea what was coming their way. Yeah. We had no idea what was coming.
We had no idea. And I don't blame them for not knowing either because it was not in the forecast.
Fran was like, I can't believe I didn't know there was a blizzard coming.
I am normally very on top of these things, especially when we're traveling. And when I saw the snow, I said, don't worry, guys. It's switching to rain. I've been looking at the forecast. It's too warm out. This snow, it can't possibly continue like this. Mm-hmm. And it said, by 11 a.m. we're getting rain, no worries. our flight was at like 10 or something. When was our flight? 10? 9? Yeah, 10, 9:55.
Yeah.
And so we were like, in my head, I was like, totally fine. Not going to be an issue. It's warm already. When I saw the temperature, I was like, we'll be all right. We were not all right.
We were not all right.
It snowed all day. And granted, none of it was really sticking. But it was sticking on the planes, which was the issue, because then all the planes need to be de-iced, which is very important. But I don't think the Seattle grounds crew was ready to be de-icing all these planes. Our captain told us it was taking an hour per plane. There's only 3 spots for the de-icing to happen. An hour per plane. We never left the gate first off. He was like, look, I'm going to keep the doors open. We're not going to pull away from the gate because I'm not liking the sound of of what's happening, and we're deep in the line. So let's see how this goes. We waited on the plane for an hour, and he was like, all right, we're deplaning. We're getting off this thing. I don't think we're leaving anytime soon. But don't leave the gate area. New announcements will be coming. We all get off the plane, sitting by the gate. The guy's telling us nonstop, if you're on the flight to San Diego, don't leave the gate area. Don't leave the gate area. Because it's like, if we do board, it's going to be rapid fire, get back on. And it was. We waited at the gate for, an hour plus. And then the captain comes on. He's like, all right, guys, I'm being told we're number 2. Number 2 for what? I'm not sure. But he just said we're number 2. I was like, okay. So we need to get back on the plane fast. Start boarding. And the gate agent, he was funny. He was
hilarious.
All right, all zones. Everybody back to their seats. Get back on the plane immediately. Don't go get a water. Get your bags. Get back on the plane. And don't go to the bathroom for the love of God.
When he said that, I was like, did he just say for the love of God? I really was like...
He really
did.
He
I
really
filled the entire airport to hear.
And we, morale at that point was fine. We thought, okay, maybe we'll actually get out. We'll just be super delayed. Granted, all the flights around us were being canceled. It was hard to keep track because all the other announcements, it was like, oh, your flight to Phoenix, canceled. Your flight to Minneapolis, canceled. Everything was being canceled. But our plane was there. We're looking at our plane. We're like, come on. We get back on. Pilot's like, hey, we need to be out of the gate by 1:10. However, after that, we are on a 1-hour countdown because the crew's been working for 15 hours. And if we don't get out by 2:10, that's it. We clock out. It's not safe for us to fly to San Diego. We've been working for too long. We get out of we get out. We get in line to de-ice. We get de-iced. We're getting de-iced. We see that fluid flying onto our plane.
Plane's hot.
Plane is getting de-iced. And captain comes back on. He goes, folks, this is something I could not foresee. 2 of the de-icing trucks have run out of fluid. Not just 1, but 2. Our plane's not done yet. It's going to take another 20 minutes or so for the truck to come back with the fluid. And by that time, we'll have run out of time. Because it was like, if the de-icing truck didn't run out of fluid, we maybe could have snuck out of there. However, that wasn't the case. So he joked that the crew, we turned back into a pumpkin. Back to the gate we went again, got off the plane again. At that point, when we get off, the gate agent was like, I don't know what to tell you guys. I have no clue what's happening. I don't know go to the help desk. We have no answers for you. Which we do. We're kind of scrambling. They give us a new gate. We go to that new gate. We're just looking at our beautiful de-ice plane. The snow is still falling hard. But our plane's at the gate. And then eventually they're like, okay, your flight's been canceled. We sat in our seats at the gate for maybe an hour. We
sprinted to McDonald's.
Yeah.
In dire need, I got a Big Mac.
Yeah,
I
because
said,
well, once they announced the new gate, we're like, we're waiting for a while. While we're waiting, McDonald's.
Listen, and I jacked up that order. It was a Big Mac. It was nuggets. It was fries. It was an apple pie. Noah got a McFlurry. We were like, we got to do it up. right now.
It was one of those order yourself McDonald's with the screens and everything. So like all 7 of us are lined up at like every single screen, taking like all in a row. Noah's going,
almost did the thing.
Anybody gonna order dessert?
I almost did the thing where I just like scanned my hand over the whole menu.
Yeah,
and just like
whatever
added
pops
all.
up. I really thought
I
that
ordered
way
my
too.
like drunk order, which I usually like. I don't
You
do
save for
unless,
when you're drunk.
Yeah, and like I wasn't even that hungry, but I was just like, I deserve to eat all of this.
No, at that point it was a like sympathy thing. It was like I need to.
We were eating our feelings.
Yeah, 100%. We need to feel better. And it was so crazy because the crew had been working for so long, and they're also staring out the window at the plane because they're like, we got to get our shit off this plane too. How do we do that? And when they finally canceled, we really just sat there for an hour. What do we do? We're looking at every flight. There's no other flights. Everything's delayed. The entire airport shut down. Like nobody was getting anywhere. No flights were leaving. We go into Rhea and I had only carry-on bags. Everybody else had stuff checked because our equipment was checked. Haley was with us, our makeup artist. She has her giant check bag of all her makeup. We're like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't even know what you guys do. Like, how do you get your bag off this plane? They had to all go to baggage claim to put in the request to get the bags off the plane because at this point, there was no, like, you know when your flight gets canceled and they automatically rebook you on something else? And it's happened before where it's like, oh, you've been rebooked on Tuesday. And you're like, it's Friday. I can't leave on Tuesday. It was to the point where none of us were, I was the only one that got rebooked. And at that, one person is useless. Like,
And it wasn't even really getting you there on time.
Oh no, it was not. It was not. It was a connecting flight the next morning through Salt Lake City. It left at 5:30 a.m. and it did not leave at 5:30 a.m. Like I was looking at if that flight left on time and it did not. There was one standby flight that 100 people were trying to get on. 3 of us were on the list, kind of low, like not where it was borderline. Will we make it? Will we not? But at that point we were like,
there's a total of 7 of us.
There's 7 of us traveling. And at that point, it's like, well, we can't really all separate. We sort of need all of us. And if one of us gets on this flight, but one of us doesn't, like, do we all leave? It just...
We need the equipment.
Yeah.
How are we going to put on the show?
Truly. It's like, at that point, we're like, okay, executive decision needs to be made. We need to try and get on another flight. So we need to get the bags. Get those bags off that damn plane. So they all went to baggage claim to wait in an hours long line to get their bags.
One of the longest lines I've ever seen.
Yeah.
When I walked in, I was like... I thought I was going to be at the airport until 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I actually did.
It was, I mean, you guys...
Because then they were like, by the time you get to the front of that line, then it's a possible 5+ hour long wait just to get the luggage you just requested.
Yes, which was crazy. And I said, Rhea and I will go to the Sky Club, see if we can get any answers while we're in there. So we go into the Sky Club. I walk up to the kiosk because they have their help desk and there's a little screen that's like, you know, put your name, put your phone number in and you'll be called when it's your time. And the thing pops up on the screen. I just start dying. I fall over. I'm laughing so hard. It's like, thank you so much, Francesca Mariano. You are 48th person in line, which doesn't seem crazy, but I guess it was chaos for everybody. And your estimated wait time is 945 minutes. And I thought, 945 minutes? I had to pull up my calculator. I was like, how many hours is that? 15.
15-hour wait, yeah. And by the way, like, you know, we got status. Fran is a diamond.
The screen...
I'm a gold...
Yeah,
No,
Noah was messaging saying, I'm a gold
We're like,
medallion.
that does nothing.
I
Listen,
demand
you
answers.
You gotta use whatever you got.
And it said, the screen popped for Just Marino. Thank you so much for being a diamond medallion. Your wait time is 945 minutes. Now,
Listen.
I did call the number multiple times, and they were lovely. They were like, look, I don't know what to tell you. We have only the info that you guys have, because it wasn't, you know, a Delta issue. It was really like the ground team at the Seattle airport was so backed up because of the weather. We're listening to everybody around us. I'm listening to this girl who's like trying to get to Tokyo. She was like, they booked me on a flight that leaves on Tuesday. That's not going to work. So everybody's going nuts.
It felt like Final Destination at one point because we were in line and this like older grandma like trips and like fell face first, like smashed her
no,
head
I-
into the ground.
no, I
and we all
can't.
look at each other like, what is happening right now?
No,
It was madness.
It was, and girls, everyone was trying to help. I really appreciate it. You know, there's in my messages, try this airport, try that airport. Guys, I looked up everything.
We looked
like
everywhere.
I was like, let's cross the border, let's get to Canada, let's get to Vancouver. No flights.
There were just
There's
no
nothing,
flights.
nothing that was going to get us there on time, because by that point on Friday, it was like, well, there's nothing leaving Friday night. Like there was really nothing. And then at that point, Saturday was like either all connecting flights. I'm trying all these smaller airports in Oregon. Like it was crazy.
No, it was absolute madness. We just couldn't find anything, and also things that would get us there on time. So we were just
Right.
like this close to canceling the show because we had no other option. We really did not want to do that.
And
Like,
Rhea was like, you know what? I think I got to send a text.
I was like, well, what if I just call Dave up?
When you said that, I like flipped my head backward. I was like,
Yeah, everyone was like, wait, what? I said, guys, I think I'm just going to text Dave.
We were all like, if you want to do it.
Fran was like, I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, like if you
oh, I think I was probably like, do it.
if you want to do it, I said go right ahead.
And I mustered up the courage because I was like, if he could just say, go fuck yourself, no. You know what I mean? Like, what's the worst he could say? Like, no.
At that point, we were so desperate too that it was like,
desperate.
no, truly, what is the worst thing he just laughs at our faces? Are you nuts?
Yeah, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like,
And I would have accepted that at
I
that
would
point.
have fully accepted that with the way things were going.
Because at least then we could have said, if we did need to cancel the show, it'd be like, guys, we
We
tried
tried
everything
everything.
from like taking a road trip to calling Dave. Like
Yeah.
every single possible option we tried.
We tried. So I texted him. I was like, hi, I have an insane question. He was like, yep. I was like, listen, we're stuck in Seattle. And then, you don't want to give him too many details. Like, Dave is not somebody who wants every single detail of what happened on your day. So I was just like, we're stuck in Seattle. We have a show in San Diego.
Yeah.
We got clients coming. We got our listeners. We don't want to cancel. Is there any way, like, how do we get a plane? Is that possible? I don't even know the correct word usage to getting a private jet. Like, I was like, hey, anyway, we could charter a plane, boss. Like, I don't know.
Right, it's like, you have a guy?
You got somebody that can help here?
We don't have a guy.
We don't, but I think that you might.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't mind
trying
to get you one, but I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Because we were asking, it was a pretty last minute
Yeah, he's
turnaround.
like,
we were
I don't
looking
get
for.
planes like last minute, like this short notice like that.
Yeah.
He was like, I would put it at like a 10% chance
Yeah.
that we can get a plane. So I don't know what happened, but a couple hours later, Spider calls me up. Plane is confirmed. Got the plane, got it done. And we left from Seattle the next day on a private jet.
Yeah.
Now, everyone was in great spirits after that. Everyone's like, oh, well, you know what?
Yeah.
Day from hell, travel day from hell, but goddamn, Noah Ives gets to go on a private jet.
Like, man, things are looking up.
Yeah. Well, then everyone's like, all right, well, we'll be arriving in style.
Yeah.
Because then we were able to leave from Seattle and make it to San Diego on time to get to the show, because all the other options were like, even if we drove to Portland, we'd get on a flight, but we weren't sure if it would get us there on time. Everyone's bags, like, they're going to go missing again. Like, it was a whole thing. So when Spider called with the confirmation that he was able to get it done, it was just like, whew.
It certainly was. And we it was the full treatment. We pull up. It's just like walking on this gorgeous plane. We get
Gorgeous.
When there, like we said before, there's 7 of us, so we're all laughing. It's like, oh, how are we playing this? Like, is this like we're playing this cool? Like, we act like you've been there before, or not?
I texted the group chat and was like, so are we playing this cool or not? And Noah goes, oh, I wasn't planning on acting chill about this at all.
I had already taken my sunglasses out to wear.
So because of the way that the day was going to work, I had to do my hair in the morning, because by the time we landed, it would be like later on, and we, usually we get ready early. And so I had to put my hair in pin curls so that we'd be ready for the show. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm showing up on the plane like this. I'm just like leaning in full Parent Trap, sunglasses, hair rollers. I wish I had a pack of cigarettes, the whole thing. And honestly, the crew told us that we were refreshing and that they were so excited about how excited we were because they're used to people just getting on the plane like, bah humbug, we do this all the time.
They're used to the rich assholes.
Yeah, and they were like, it's so refreshing to see you guys so excited about this experience.
We were so excited. We're looking at
they got us in the cockpit.
I was going to say, they at one point, halfway through the flight, one of the pilots came back. He goes, anybody want to see the cockpit? We go, me, take me to the cockpit.
The amount of pictures I have posing like in between, like,
literally.
I'm like, hey, I said to the pilot, I'm like, hey, can you turn around and smile? He's like, well, I gotta go.
No, he's like, you were like, it's to both of them. And they're like, well, one of us has to technically be looking out.
He was like, well, we have to like check. Keep it. Which I liked. I was like, that's really nice. You keep your eyes on the plane,
Yeah.
But
keep your eyes on the sky.
We sat down and we were like, we usually see people drinking on these sort of things. Like, do they have alcohol on here? What's the dealio?
Yeah.
Do we have to bring our own?
At that point, I'm thinking about this plane like it's like a party package.
Yeah.
Fran was like, I think it's BYOB.
I'm like, I'm thinking like it's a party package. Like we got the lowest package. Where it's like, bring your own snacks, bring your own food, like bring your own liquor. Like you're getting the plane,
Right.
I'm like I don't know what level we're at, but I'm like we're at the minimum of just putting our bodies on this plane to get to where we need to be.
Fine by us.
Which absolutely would have been fine. But it was lovely. We had a little fruit spread, great snacks.
Mimosas.
We mimosas.
Oh my God, when the mimosas hit, I was just like,
Who was the first one to ask for a mimosa? Because they asked, it must have been you.
I was the first one where she came up and said, do you want something to drink? And I'm like, oh, what do you have? And she, like, let her list it out until she got to like starting to the alcohol portion. I'm like, oh yeah, Prosecco, I'll take that.
yeah. That mimosa you mentioned?
She was like, just Prosecco. I'm like, oh, I guess some like orange juice with it. Brought it
there
out.
You go.
Yeah. It was quite the freaking experience, honestly.
It was so cool.
And then they had a speaker. We were able to play music over the whole plane because we all looked at each other. We were like, all right, are we putting headphones in? Are we talking the whole time? It was like a 2.5 hour flight.
Yeah.
So are we going to hang out? Are we going to ignore each other? But the vibes were high.
Yeah, look, we learned a lot about the West Coast. One being when we're in Seattle, we're like, so how long would it be to drive? And we're just like, impossible. It's a day.
Yeah. It's
like a quick Google search was like 21 to 23 hours. Oh, okay. Not quite what we had thought. Like, damn, this West Coast is long. And... But it was just like the most stunning flight. I was looking out the window the whole time. I'm like, what a cool state California is. And we're looking out to the left. There's mountains to the left. To the right, you can see like the valleys of Fresno. We got the screen on the plane. I'm looking at the map. I'm trying to figure out where we are. I'm like, guys, everyone out your windows to the right. We're flying over Lake Tahoe. Everybody look. Like, I went full dad mode. I was truly mapping out our whole ride. I'm like, all right, guys, buckle up. We're about to go over Los Angeles. Like,
no, it was awesome though. It was insane because let me tell you, the windows on that plane,
mountains,
the windows are crystal clear.
Clean.
Those
were clean
so
windows.
Clean. We were stunned to be able to see so clearly out our window.
Truly. It was like, oh, I can actually take a video out this window and it looks clear. Like it's not like
because we must be
fogged up.
lower. We're lower than like we would be probably, right?
I actually think we were higher.
I was like, oh, a smaller plane must be like lower than like commercial.
Yeah, I thought that, but I think at one point I was looking at it, like I said, I was monitoring the screens, and I think we were flying at like 45,000 feet.
I don't know what the like standard
30.
Oh, because I was just like, damn.
Like if you think about when they're like, all right, we've reached our cruising altitude of 30,000 feet. I'm pretty sure the screen said 45. Because also when I went up to the cockpit and talked to the pilots, I was like, guys, I can't, that view over Lake Tahoe, that's something else, huh?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, the one guy was like, I wish we could have been a little lower today. You can really see it even better. I was like, we could see it perfectly from where we were at.
Crystal clear for us.
Yeah. I was like, I felt like I could see right to the bottom of the lake from where we were. So it was just really stunning. It was really, really cool.
It was really quite the experience. Honestly, it was so So cool. Once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Can't foresee us doing that.
No, it was certainly not.
Wait, I thought we were taking one to Dallas.
Yeah, it was certainly not a get used to it moment.
No,
we
it was
all
like
had to wake up at 5 a.m. to get to the airport Sunday morning because let me mark my words. After everything that happened, I said, I'll be on the first flight out. Because on Friday, there was a couple of the members of the live events team that left on the earliest flight, and that flight left. Now like I said, weather really slapped us in the face.
It did.
We just did not know that was going to be an element. So I'm like, you know what? This is why you take the first flight out. And my God, on Sunday we were all out of there.
All out of there fast. Because I asked Fran, I was like, should we take that 7 a.m. on Friday instead? And she was like, nah. And I was like, all right, fine, nah. And we were just sitting there, like when you have one of ththose moments, you're like, why didn't I do what I was going
because
to do?
There were some Barstool people who took that flight.
Yes. And there's I thought about it too, because then of course we get to San Diego and we're like, okay, it's stunning here. We're not going to get to spend any time. Would love an extra day. And I'm like, oh, Sunday. And then my guy, New York Metro Weather, I see his story about how there's this big storm system coming through on Monday. Expect major travel delays. And I was like, nope, we're all leaving Sunday morning.
We're getting out of here.
It's not even a discussion. We're all getting the fuck out of here because if we were to try and leave Monday, it's going to be a disaster traveling. So it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So we all, really kind of got on those first flights out.
It was a huge bummer on Friday though, because we did have other work commitments on Friday night in San Diego.
Yeah, that sucked.
And we had to cancel those.
We were supposed to do a photo shoot.
We were supposed to do a whole photo shoot. We were supposed to meet with
clients.
There was a lot to be done.
I was supposed to go to the beach.
Yeah. There was a lot to be done in San Diego Friday night work-wise, and we couldn't make it happen, which was a huge bummer.
And this was very nice of you, but also at the same time, a little torturous because you had made this fabulous dinner reservation for all of us on Friday and we weren't there. So you had told the members of of Barstool that had made it, hey guys, I have this reservation. You guys should take it and send me pictures of the food.
I wanted to see.
And my God, did it look fantastic. And it was a group chat. I was in it too. I was like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah, I was like, send pictures of the atmosphere and all the food. Yeah. And they were
getting the play-by-play.
Thanks
I'm like,
so much for the reservation. I'm like, yeah, enjoy. And I was like, wow, that looked fantastic. It looked like a great dinner. I'm glad they had a good time.
It did.
But the what if I just call Dave up worked. So huge thank you to Dave for making this happen. And honestly, fulfilling a dream of ours and our team. And for getting us to San Diego so that we did not have to cancel the show and let everybody down, including all of our listeners, and everybody was going to be at the show because that would have been devastating. So glad we were able to make it happen. We ended up getting there in style, which was amazing.
And the show on Saturday was so fun.
So fun. Joey and Kelsey came and they're always a blast, always a treat. We were having such a good time backstage. We had quite the time after as well because Cousin Franny, my bestie Franny, my other Fran, moved to San Diego.
Yeah.
And so we got to see her.
Yeah.
And wow, she was in rare form.
Yeah, there's always
she is always a present.
Yeah, there's always something that goes down and
I was gonna say, I feel like that is just always how she is.
Yeah, it is.
Always.
Which was great because you just need a friend that brings the entertainment.
Always. She's always bringing something.
Yeah.
And that is what we need.
Yep. And she brought the entertainment, which was so fun, which was really fun. What a saga on the West Coast. 4 days that felt like a lifetime.
It did feel like a lifetime. And then getting home yesterday, Matt was so fucking pumped because the bracket was coming out.
Yeah.
And it was maybe one of the first times where I was like, hey, you watching something? He was like, yes. I was like, what's on? He's like, the bracket reveal. I was like, oh my God, what an exciting night. They got the selection show. We got the Oscars.
Yep.
We got
Jeff D-Lowe's birthday.
Yeah, no.
It's a big day.
You know what's so funny is that I texted Jeff happy birthday and he was like, The Oscars are on.
Yeah,
We got
he
USA
always
baseball.
he gets this, his favorite.
He's like, I gotta watch the Love Story.
Yeah.
It's a great day for TV for Jeff's
It
birthday.
really, it really was. By the way, crazy baseball game.
yeah.
That was. We had a like split screen. We were watching with this sound of the Oscars. Debatable last pitch.
Yeah, it was
it a
crazy.
strike? Was it not?
Yeah.
You want to discuss? No, I'm kidding.
I don't. I was gonna say, please, I don't want to discuss this.
I'm kidding. No, we. Yeah, it was a good it was an ideal get home Sunday because there's a lot of
No, but I was kind of
things to be
pissed that the
watched.
Oscars were on. I was like, this is taking up the whole night right now.
Yeah,
I gotta catch
my
up.
God, I not 7 p.m. really was a surprise.
was-
all of a sudden the show started. Conan O'Brien's running away from those kids. I was like, is this the show?
No, it was insane. And also Mormon Wives came out and I was
Yeah.
trying to finish it and I ended up having to finish it after the Oscars. So I was up way too late because I wanted to finish the show.
Yeah,
And I was
still
like,
didn't
and
fully finish.
As I was watching the Oscars, I'm like, man, I really could have put on the Mormon Wives because it was
Yeah.
kind of a boring show. We'll get into it, but
Yeah, and this is the dilemma of not having a TV in your bedroom because I know you guys do, but I had Mormon Wives on for a second and Joe was like, I can't do this.
really?
Yeah, he did, nah, yeah, and I was like, you know what, fair.
I feel like it's juicy enough that maybe someone would be like, what the
No.
hell's going on?
No, he really doesn't do the reality TV the competition reality TV, sure,
Yeah.
but any other type of reality TV, it's like he's like, you gotta turn this off. I can't. So, I was able to sneak in one more episode quick before the Oscars started. But yeah, we can get into our full Oscars show, the rest of the show. Anything else you want to add from our
Insane
events?
trip.
I feel like we covered it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what else happened?
We took so many pictures.
yeah, we'll put
on-
some in while we were talking about it.
Yeah, we put
on
so many
YouTube.
pictures. I took so many pictures on that private plane that I'm like, I
Yeah.
actually don't want to post any of these.
Should I full post that?
When you're on it,
Yeah,
you're like, these are amazing. And then when you get home 2
You
days
have it
later,
for the
and-
memories.
yeah,
I don't
for the
know. They,
memories.
they still look pretty sick to me.
They do, but then you're stuck. Like when you get back on the plane the next day, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
sitting, you have no TV in front of you in your seat on the plane that you're on the next day, and you're like, I'm a fraud.
Yeah, Noah texted when he was like, can't believe my plane stories are about to expire.
yeah.
No, I was like, no.
Bye. Yeah, it was.
No, I was like,
Why
on
you
this
may have
plane.
to full post some of them so they last forever.
Well, I'm
You
like,
do.
what was the point?
Or maybe
then?
you make a highlight just like
Yeah.
with a play.
just a highlight
No.
from the plane.
No, I might have to full post it.
yeah,
I
do
don't
it. Do a full. You haven't full posted in a while.
Since why I really have to full post is if you go to my Instagram right now, it's like a little too much Kate Hudson.
Yeah,
Too much.
Your last post is you and Kate
my last
Hudson.
2 posts.
Yeah.
and it's in my description, so I'm like, I got to bury her a little bit.
Right. It's kind of like you're a Kate Hudson fan.
That's what I'm
account.
saying. Like, I
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get that. Let's get that private plane up there. Big post dropping soon. All
Yeah.
right. Let's get
on the
into
lookout.
yeah. Be on the lookout. All right, let's get into the rest of the show. We have our big Oscars recap. We're also going to talk about Harry Styles on Saturday Night Live and Weekly Watch Report, which is filled with a ton of shows. Love Is Blind, Mormon Wives, the whole thing.
Yep.
So let's get into it. Last night when I got home from just a long weekend of travel, I was so excited because I had my Skims Fits Everybody boy short waiting for me. Took a good everything shower, washed my hair, shaved, do the whole thing. And I was able to just throw these bad boys on. And oh my God, I was so comfortable. And it's converted me into wearing full underwear again. The feeling is like no underwear I've ever worn before. I'm not kidding. These are my favorite. The fabric melts onto your skin and you'll forget you're even wearing it. Throw it on with a t-shirt, have the boy shorts on. And everybody should experience this level of comfort, especially after a long day of travel and everything shower, throwing these on. There is nothing better. I also have the Fits Everybody Triangle Bralette, which is so comfortable. And I'm amazed at all of these products and how comfortable they really are. Like, wow, they are life-changing. So shop our favorite bras and underwear at skims.com. And after you place your order, be sure to let them know that we sent you. Select podcasts in the survey and be sure to select Chicks in the Office in the drop-down menu that follows. Harry Styles made his big appearance on Saturday Night Live this past Saturday night.
Yes, he did. I came back to the hotel and just like immediately wanted to watch all of it. First of all, from the top, I want to say because we talked about what songs he was going to perform. He did Dance No More and Coming Up Roses, which is just like, did he see the graphic of our favorite songs?
It immediately felt that way when you said that's what he's saying.
Yeah. Did he
Because
see the graphic?
you
Because
had
it's
watched-
number 1 and 2 for both of
Yeah,
us.
you had watched it before I did, and I thought, this is a really sick thought, but I'm actually really convincing myself that Harry or his team had seen
Yep.
that we put those at top 2.
Number
and
1 and 2
said,
for us
well, we
favorites.
got to trust Fran and Rhea here and,
Yeah.
and perform the favorites.
Yep.
Like, clearly, if those 2 are their favorites, then it's everyone's favorites.
Of course. And, you know, it's always so funny when we do those rankings because people get so worked up about it. And it's like, well, you have your favorites. I don't know if people think that we're like, these are the best ones. And it's like, okay,
I mean, to you they are.
yeah, but
my
I don't
favorite.
like, but they're, I
That
don't,
should be the same.
people interpret the word best differently. Like, your best song could be a song that I don't really like, but that's just because it's not my favorite. These are my favorites. When I'm doing 1 through 5, I'm like, these are my favorites. I'm not saying these are the ones that musically are so superior to the other ones. It's like, no, like
These are just the ones I
these
like
are the ones
best.
I like the most.
And by
you
the
can
way-
like ones, you can like other ones the most.
When people are like, you missed this one. No, I didn't actually, because
Yeah.
these are the ones I like the most.
These are my favorites.
So, like, why are you yelling at me that I didn't put this song on my top 5?
Yeah.
It's not on my top 5.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
that's it.
And you can have your favorites and it's totally fine. And Harry played our favorites, okay? So
Yeah,
he went
so we won.
Coming Up Roses and Dance No More. It was amazing. Ryan Gosling come back to introduce him for one, and then Paul Simon for Coming Up Roses, which was really cool. And a pretty full circle. If you know, like there was he had talked about the origin of Carla's song and his friendship with his friend Carla and their bond of, finding Paul Simon's music and bonding over that, and then having Paul Simon announce him was really, really cool. I thought he did a great job. I thought he was very funny. Here's the thing. He's spectacular. He's funny. He's charismatic. He can act. He does it all. So even when the sketches, I'm like not LOLing, I'm like, he's still doing a great job.
Right.
And some of them were very good.
He himself, so talented.
So talented. Like probably my favorite was the Sebastian Maniscalco courtroom sketch where Marcella was playing Sebastian Maniscalco and it's like the crazy accent and the whole thing and the movements. And then Harry did his impression of Marcello doing the impression, and it was really funny.
It was really funny. I saw Sebastian Maniscalco be like, all right, now this is the second time I'm being impersonated on the show. It would be great if I can come on.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sebastian Maniscalco's like,
Yeah.
so when am I hosting?
I mean,
Right.
great promo for him.
It
like
is-
you got
it-
Harry Styles doing an
Yeah,
impression
but
of you.
and I would think that I would think he would be a great host. And I was kind of
think-
surprised that he hadn't hosted.
Yeah, I think he'd be great too. But I get what he's saying, where he's like, any chance I could come
Yeah,
on
yeah.
because you
Yeah.
guys keep impersonating me. But no, that was so good of Harry. Like, we're forgetting he's a British man doing
Yeah.
Sebastian Maniscalco. Very impressive.
He's pretty good at accents. I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie. Throughout the whole show, there was a couple different accents he did. And I was like, he's nailing this.
He's just such a talented man, and we saw that all on display. And like you said, whether the sketches are that funny or not, because
Yeah.
a lot of times they're not, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
Did you like his
best.
monologue?
Yes, I thought his monologue was great. I thought that we found out more about him in that monologue than we have in the past 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? Like, he really played into, like, what people think about
Yeah.
him or not think about it. I'm like, he's in on it.
Yeah. And I'm sure there was some collaboration there, but I also really loved just the fact that he did a monologue like that. Because sometimes I think really big celebrities, or especially singers, do some sort of bit or song that includes a lot of other people. And there's like a ensemble element to it. And yes, he had that moment with Ben, but I felt like he was like, give me my 5 minute give me
Yeah.
my 5 minutes. Like, this is my stand-up comedy routine. This is my 5 minutes. And he crushed it, which not every host does a monologue like that. Like I said, normally sometimes it's just the stand-up comedians who host who do a monologue.
Or sometimes
like
they do
that.
like a song, and they're not really like doing.
Yeah,
jokes,
like I was like when a singer comes on, they do some sort of song or a joke song or whatever, and he did a full routine, and I loved it. I thought it was really funny, and like you said, touched on a lot of things like in his life that people have said about him or laughing. What he has continually shown is that he can laugh at himself, which is a fantastic trait to have when you are that famous.
It is. No, I feel like he's so in on it, which just makes me love him even more. Like he's like, I like fruit a lot. I also like sex. And then he was like a runner's high. I also like ecstasy. Like
yeah.
It was just all very much like what people talk about.
The ecstasy joke was very funny.
Yeah, it was.
Did you see Ben Marshall like outside after SNL?
Yeah, I
people
saw
being
that.
like, "What was it like kissing Harry Styles?" Like yelling at him, and he was like, "A lady never tells."
This is a lady never
that's
tells.
so fucking funny.
It was very funny, but yeah, and the song that they did, like the short that they did with the Irish dance, I thought was funny. He also looked fantastic in that one. I thought right there, but yeah, it was all in all. I felt like he crushed.
I think so
You know?
too. Do you think he gets nervous because I saw he fumbled up coming up roses a little bit?
Yeah.
But
a new song. I don't know.
a
It's
new
just saying it that
song.
many times.
I'm not
live.
thinking that he's super nervous.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking he's trying to find his footing about he's singing the song live for like one of the first times.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you just really have a brain fart in your own lyrics. And maybe as you're singing, you're like, oh my God, what the fuck was that word again? And you just sort of space, or maybe you're already thinking about like the next part.
Played into the song, fumbling his words.
Yeah, it did. And it was still absolutely beautiful. We talked about this at the live show. The live show is a bunch, so if you were there, you already heard it. But if not, it was sent to me 9 million times, so I feel like I should address that me and Harry Styles' dad both thought the lyrics were DJs don't dance anywhere they sit. Harry talked about this on the BBC, and he was like, he's like, my dad thought that was a lyric, and he goes, and as a lyric, that's insane. It's like, okay, fair. That's okay, but sorry, that's why I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Because like DJs don't dance somewhere they sit. It's like not a lyric, it's just like a statement.
He was like, it's an observation, not really a
Yes.
feeling.
Not really a feeling, not really a lyric, because they were like, well, who's they? He was like, oh, my friend Chloe. He's explaining it. But he said, my dad thought it was DJs don't dance somewhere they sit. So really, I'm just turning into everybody's father. That's
Father
the gist of this, is what I'm getting, is just like, forget being, like, I'm just really becoming everybody's father. So that's where we're at. Me and Mr. Styles,
Papa.
maybe need to check our hearing. I don't know. And thank you to everyone who told me that they also heard it. And I still hear it when I listen to the song.
I don't hear it, but I will stand with you.
Yeah, I appreciate
sit
that.
with you.
Thank you. Or sit. Yeah, or sit. But I thought that was so funny, and I was like, wow, validation.
It was very validating, and honestly, I could watch that clip a million times of him being like, it's an observation, not a feeling.
Yeah. To be honest, every time it's sent to me, I watch it again.
It's
because
so
it makes me
funny.
like, he's like, as a lyric, it's insane.
It's such a good clip. But Harry, we're so excited to see more of you. So keep it coming.
Proud of you, pal.
Yeah, we're very proud of you, and we know you did those songs for us. All right, let's get into the Oscars recap. We are first going to start off with the Oscars red carpet. Everybody looking fabulous. What I really noticed, though, was everybody's hair was on point. And when your hair looks good, you show up way more confident, feeling like yourself. We know what that's like, and I'm sure these celebrities know what that's like as well. Good hair days do more than we give them credit for. When your hair feels healthy, you show up differently. You're more confident, you're more relaxed, and you're not constantly checking mirrors or breaking out your phone to look at the camera to see what your hair looks like. Nutrafol supports hair health from within, working overtime to deliver results you could see and feel so your hair becomes something you enjoy, not something you stress about. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, and it's the #1 hair growth supplement brand personally used by dermatologists. So let your hair be one less thing to worry about. See visibly thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listener $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code CHICKS. That's Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code CHICKS. Let's get into the red carpet. I mean, people were looking fabulous. They were looking beautiful. Nothing too crazy, I don't think.
There really wasn't anything too crazy. No, like crazy showstoppers, and well, that's not true. Everybody looked gorgeous, but I don't know if I had like a jaw-dropping moment. I will say everybody looked gorgeous. I think that I had a couple favorites, and then everybody else, I was like, they looked pretty. You know, like a couple standouts to me. And then everybody else looked gorgeous. I think my 2 best dressed were Jessie Buckley and Emma Stone.
I absolutely was in love with Emma Stone's look. Jessie Buckley, so classic, so beautiful. I thought the dress was so pretty. Emma Stone, I out loud went, wow.
Yeah.
Like it just was such a gorgeous, but simply gorgeous to me.
It just looked effortless.
It did, but also had such a dazzle to it as well. And then on top of that, Elle Fanning. I loved Elle Fanning.
Really,
I thought that the neckline paired with the necklace was great. And I thought that the gown was beautiful. I loved Elle Fanning's and Emma Stone's the most. Like you said, everyone else kind of lumped together. Where I really had the wow moments was the Vanity Fair party. Like once it got to the Vanity Fair red carpet, I was like, wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
I was a little disappointed in what Chase Infinity wore, because she has been such a showstopper all award season, that I loved the color of it. It was like a pale purple color. It was really pretty, but it was like a little prom-y to me.
I felt that way as well. I think that she has been crushing the red carpets, and this one fell a little flat.
Yeah.
I thought Barbie Ferreira looked great. We posted her on Chicks in the Office, and she's in this like stunning blue dress that I thought was gorgeous.
Yeah, the color was really pretty.
There weren't that many like, oh, that's different.
Yeah.
But it's the Oscars, so I feel like people try to keep it safe.
Right. Or they go different and you're like, And not like Tiana Taylor, also another one that's looked fabulous across every award show. And I saw people loving this Oscars dress. Wasn't particularly my favorite either. I did feel like there was a lot of like big jewels, which I love. Like, give me a giant diamond necklace. But sometimes there was a lot of giant diamond necklaces that maybe didn't necessarily go with the dress. Like when you were saying like Elle Fanning's, I thought that like worked perfectly. But then there were some, even, I don't think she walked the carpet, but during the show, Zoe Saldana presented. And
she did
her
walk the
dress
carpet.
was, oh, she did?
Yeah.
Her dress was, oh, there she is. Her dress was so pretty, but I was like, the necklace like didn't go with the dress in my mind.
I also felt like this dress was a little bit House of CB for me.
Yeah.
For the Oscars.
Yeah, I agree. Demi Moore had the big feather thing situation that
It was interesting.
Not my favorite. I thought all the guys were very well dressed, I thought. Michael B. Jordan, stand out,
obviously.
Stand out.
But they all looked classically handsome to me.
Yeah. I did really like Rose Byrne's dress as well. I thought it was really pretty, different, patterned, which was cool. I didn't like Gwyneth Paltrow's.
That was kind of just plain to me.
It was plain, but it was totally open on the sides.
Yeah.
Which was interesting because it's like photographed on the carpet, you couldn't really tell that. But then when she turned to the side, it was like,
Then you could see. Yeah.
whole side is opened.
Also, I don't know much about like serving, as they say, but I feel like she was giving nothing. When we were posting this, I was like trying to find a good picture of her, like giving a good face. Just not. She was giving nothing.
She was.
Wow.
Actually, Fran said that to me about myself the other day. We were taking pictures. She goes, "You're giving nothing." So me and Gwyneth Paltrow, one and the same.
Nicole Kidman looked amazing.
Nicole Kidman's was fun.
Jacob Elordi, I thought was well. Well done.
It seems like this is a common thing with guys' hair lately. Like they're just doing this look.
Oh, I wanted to see
what is it. Is
yeah.
it a mullet? Is it a messy look? What is it?
Right.
Because a lot of guys are doing this lately.
It is. I'm not quite sure how you would even really describe it. You know?
That's my problem. I have no idea how to describe.
It's like they just got out of bed hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe this hair. Timothy Chalamet kind of has a similar thing going on where it's like,
yeah.
how does one describe this hair?
Shaggy?
Yeah, that might
Like it's like a little
It looks
shaggy.
like someone took scissors and just went like
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands gave him a haircut and was like, this is what we got. And
Yeah, that
he
is
doesn't
very
look
true.
bad.
No.
But I just don't understand it.
Yeah, that's so fair. Anne Hathaway looked gorgeous.
I loved Anne Hathaway's
Loved
dress.
Anne Hathaway. I one thing needed to go. Like you know what they
necklace.
say when you like get dressed and it's like take off one accessory and then you're good to go. One accessory.
I think
Maybe
either-
like the belts or it was like the necklace and the earrings were maybe one of those.
Yeah, I think I
You
would have
know?
taken off either the necklace or earrings.
Like if you go with that necklace,
maybe
a
both.
simpler earring.
Both got to go.
Or the earrings without the giant necklace. To be honest, I think I might go with the belt.
I think the belt is what's making the dress look even cooler because it's kind of like bringing her
I don't
waist
like
in.
the belt. Maybe it's just the kind of belt. Like if it was simpler. Because I was thinking maybe the gloves, but I like the gloves.
No, I love
like
a
the
glove.
gloves. So I maybe wouldn't be the gloves. But it was just, there's a lot going on. Kate Hudson, gorgeous. That looked like, I mean this in the nicest way possible, like a really stunning backsplash.
Oh.
Like a mosaic, like a beautiful aquamarine mosaic.
Yeah. Love seeing her with her mom.
Yeah, me too. And this was another one where I thought like the dress is so stunning that the necklace could have been simplified just a little. Where are the diamonds? Where are the diamonds?
There's a lot of diamonds out to play.
but maybe
Big,
just like
chunky.
a little thinner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that could have done without.
But I thought she looked gorgeous. I really love this. What a stunning color on her.
Gorgeous color.
Really, really pretty color.
Speaking of gorgeous colors, going to the Vanity Fair red carpet, that dress Kendall Jenner wore, that light blue dress.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Maybe one of the best dresses she's ever worn. I truly was like, this is one of the
Really?
prettiest colors I have ever seen on her.
It is a gorgeous color. That's a really hard color to pull off.
I think it's such a color that makes people pop a light blue.
Yeah, because I think you can do the blonde hair.
Yeah, but she's got black hair.
Yeah, but she's Kendall Jenner. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
that
light
color
blue-
to me is very suitable for blondes. Like I don't think I would look good in that color.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
think you would look fabulous.
Like I think it's like too blue.
Oh no,
But
I
she looks gorgeous.
disagree.
And the dress is gorgeous.
Genuinely was like, wow, that is a stunning dress
yeah,
for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one blew me away. Another one, if we go back to the Vanity Fair, Suki Waterhouse, loved. I thought she looked sick with Robert Pattinson right there. Noah's scrolling. He doesn't know who Suki Waterhouse is.
I do.
Right
No,
there.
he does,
right
he does,
there.
he does.
I thought this was sick. I thought it was fun for Vanity Fair. Not something I would be confident enough in wearing.
Yeah,
because
that was really cool.
It really,
Yeah.
it could be dicey.
And so-
but it's so sick.
yeah. And sorry, I'm jumping around a lot because I wanted to make sure I touched on everybody from the Oscars. On the Oscars carpet, Kirsten Dunst, the black structure dress, I loved. I thought it was a really cool way to do a black dress because black can be super simple, but I thought it was like such a fun and unique shape that I really liked it. I liked Kristen Wiig's a lot too.
Kristen
funky.
Wiig has been looking fabulous.
She's been really killing her carpet looks, like nonstop. It's really one after the other that I've been very impressed by. But yeah, Kirsten Dunst was like a big standout to me too, because I feel like normally she doesn't do anything too crazy, but the shape of this was really cool. So I liked that a lot. And I liked where everyone went simplified. Priyanka Chopra Jonas looked gorgeous. Another giant necklace.
What? Why was she wearing those shoes with that dress?
The shoes. The shoes are like
Why was she wearing those shoes with that dress?
fashion police.
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe
That's something
it.
I would throw together. I'd be like, oh, I got these black shoes. I got to put it on with this dress. But, you know,
And I
I'm not
know
walking
there's
the
like
Oscars.
little specks of like there's little specks of black in the detailing of the dress, but like black pumps with this dress blew my mind.
Insane.
Blew my mind. Any other type of shoe.
Just like maybe a diamond strappy heel.
Yeah, I just didn't even think a pump I would not have gone with a pump
Yeah, a sandal. A sandal
in
strap.
general.
Yeah,
But
that's
the black, like as I'm looking at her, I'm like, wow, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Oh no.
I was absolutely stunned that when she got up to present,
Yeah,
I was just looking at her feet.
I know.
I was like, oh, well, I can't take my eyes off the heels she's
not
wearing.
the black shoe.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was
a
a-
wild
yeah,
choice.
that was a wild
Nick Jonas
choice.
looking handsome as ever.
He did look handsome. He was saying he did post beforehand, like, warning, it is very hot in LA because he got people noticed that he had left maybe the Golden Globes early because he was like, I'm overheating. Like,
Yeah, no, he had to step off the carpet and get some water out
yeah,
back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. So, but that was
What do you guys think of Leo's mustache?
have
I
Trying
am
to-
obsessed with it. I am. Here's the thing.
it's a fantastic
It's
mustache.
one of those things where I don't want to keep giving this man credit. He looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Every time he was on the screen, I was blown away. Like, I genuinely
He looked really
I
good.
am obsessed with how he looks with this fucking mustache, and I'm mad at myself for it. He looks sickeningly handsome.
No,
you think it's the mustache, or is he like?
Everything, whatever he's
Lost
got
some
doing.
weight
he's
or
got a
something?
nice little tan going right now too. It's like a little tan and the mustache.
He looked like he was cleaned up. Like
Yeah,
someone put
yeah.
him
I
through
wonder
a
if-
cleanup of, like, you know, refreshing his face. He's drinking a lot of water. Like, whatever's happening, he's looking
He looks
fantastic.
really good, really for sure.
I will
agree.
say this though, the pictures of him on set, which by the way, I had no idea that Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence were doing a movie together, directed by Martin Scorsese. What happens
Yeah.
at night? When we talked about them doing their actors on actors, I think we missed the fact that they're literally
Yeah.
doing a movie together. They have released pictures of him on set
With the stash?
with the stash. Are they giving him a prosthetic belly? Because the pictures that have been seen of him on set, he has like a belly.
Probably, yeah.
And seeing him, that's everyone
Right,
last night was
right.
talking about this because they were like, seeing him at the Oscars does not fit the pictures we have been seeing of him on set. Are they making him wear a fake stomach?
Right, maybe that was enhanced some way by some sort of suit.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, yeah.
If you look up the pictures, you can see it.
Yeah.
But he looks
I haven't seen the pictures of him on set, so I don't know I don't know the difference.
he looks like the best I've seen him in years.
He looks I agree.
He looks
This is-
amazing.
it was one of his more standout moments. And even
You're
when
right,
he
right on set.
Yeah, there's very, very specific.
No, you'll have to find. There's specific pictures. I found them last night. Oh, right there, all the way to the right. Go second row, all the way to the right. Yeah.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
Oh, I mean 100%.
Yeah.
He's got
but,
a full
but also his face
he's
kind
got
of
a
looks a little
prosthetic
chubbier.
Well, he's got like that's
Yeah,
a fake.
maybe that's fake.
Yeah,
neck.
they got something going on. Because he
I
didn't
mean,
look like that at the Oscars.
he's got like a triple chin in that. He's like
Yeah.
that's totally fake.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this movie, though. I had no idea that it was him and Jennifer Lawrence together. And I love, it's a book. And I didn't read the book, but I'm thinking about reading it. I like the story. So I'm excited for that. But I can't, I'm sick over this man. I can't get over it. Like, I could talk about this for an hour.
Yeah.
Every time they showed him on screen, I was like applauding.
I was so happy that I was just like, look, he's back. You know.
He's all this time on the yachts, though. He better be looking refreshed.
Right, he better have a nice
If you
tan.
spend that much time on yachts and you don't look that good, we have a big
So fair.
problem. On the yachts, he doesn't look that great. But maybe
So fair.
it's like when you bask in your, like, when we call it like in the winter, like we bask in our uglies, and then we step
Yeah.
out in spring, and it's like, oh,
Yep.
they've been hibernating.
Yep. Odessa at the Vanity Fair party wore a very, very standout outfit. Funky patterns, shoulders. It was really, no one else could wear something like this. You know, like on her, I was like, wow, she looks so cool, but no one else could wear this.
I wish that she wore this for the Oscars because I hated her Oscars
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
This
People do like to go a little more formal for the Oscars.
They
like,
do.
you know, they don't
But
want to
hers
show.
wasn't even
They don't want to show
necessarily-
as much skin.
Hers wasn't even. Oh well, yeah, her boobies are
No,
out.
her boobies
They
are
look
out
great.
and her hips are out. You know, like they
Yeah.
got the cutouts on the side.
She looks fantastic. Though.
She looks absolutely
sick.
stunning.
That's-
Really, really gorgeous.
a sick dress. Kim Kardashian went a little bit different.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
the same but different.
yeah, the
You know what
same
I
but
mean?
different. Her, you know, she looks great. I'm not quite sure on the hair and makeup. Was it a little interesting for me?
That was like me. How
Looks
I,
like she had some colored contacts in,
yeah.
maybe.
How I
too.
woke up this morning was like, I'm just gonna throw my hair and
Yeah.
makeup together because I'm so tired. I'm gonna show up like this.
Well, because and you know, Kylie looked gorgeous. Red. Well, I think she was in Schiaparelli, right? Mm-hmm. And she's worn that dress before. That like keyhole dress is just a different color, and she looked gorgeous. Dress was beautiful, but at the same time,
It was boobiful?
beautiful, booby beautiful.
yeah, it was boobiful.
It was boobiful. The boobs are always out.
Yeah.
Another gorgeous necklace, but like, I didn't love the hair. The hair was like a little messy in my mind. I don't know.
She's been rocking just like the loose
Yeah, she
tussle
has.
curls.
She has.
And I honestly I like a loose tussle curl like that.
I do too, but
For the Oscars, maybe she could have changed it up a little
yeah,
bit.
like for the Vanity Fair, yeah, let it down. But I don't know. For the actual show, maybe something else. Maybe just to change it up a little
Yeah.
bit. I don't know. Hudson Williams and Connor Story came in a little matching mesh moment.
Hot. That's the way to do it, boys. You show
Yep.
up, you make a statement
Make
at the
a
Vanity
statement.
Fair party.
Nips out, boys.
Yeah, this is the kind of statement that we like to see.
Uh-huh.
Hudson also made his first appearance with his girlfriend on the carpet, which
Yes.
was lovely. But yeah, they rocked this. And
did.
Connor Story really knows how to serve face. Like
He does.
He just fucking
At
hits
all
it every
times.
time.
At all times. Olivia Rodrigo was in like a little mini dress that I thought was really cute. I thought she looked adorable.
I
It
didn't
was
love
fun.
this.
You didn't like it?
Wasn't
I really
my favorite.
liked it. I thought it was
But
super cute.
although she does usually just rock a black dress, so I'm actually happy to
Yeah,
see this.
like I was like, oh, that's fun. I like it. As a Coleman Domingo, God, can always count on him to wear something
Always.
fabulous. Thank God, he really keeps the men in check with how amazing he looks. I loved this color that Wumi wore.
Yes.
Like what a
Stunning.
what a stunning
Lavender.
purple lavender with the cape and the whole thing was absolutely gorgeous.
You know who also looked great man-wise? Jake Shane.
Yeah.
Jake Shane. He stepped up
He
on that
did.
carpet.
I loved what he was wearing. You know, I'm always thinking, and then I remember because it's so late for us because we're on the East Coast and obviously all the parties start earlier on the West Coast. But so many people, they're hitting multiple parties, multiple outfit changes. I'm seeing Dua Lipa on the carpet of Vanity Fair, but I'm seeing her on the carpet for the Elton John party as well. Full different looks. I'm like, the time, where did they go to do all these changes?
They're fitting it all together. Alex Earl. Gorgeous. And she was posting on TikTok that she didn't hire glam.
Yeah,
and
she did
was
her own makeup.
doing it herself. And she was like, I kind of regret doing that.
Yeah.
But she looks stunning.
Tate McRae, also gorgeous, but another one that was like a little House of CB for me too.
Yeah.
And you know, compliment, but there's leaving a little bit where I was like,
Yeah.
you know. I love that Sarah Pigeon wore Calvin Klein.
Fitting.
Full circle, full moment, you know, like that just made a lot of sense. Kris Jenner had a whole lot going on.
I didn't see Kris Jenner.
Oh my God, really?
Do we not get Kris Jenner up on Chicks in the Office?
You're-
She didn't make it.
You're
I'm
gonna
not sure if she
you're
made
gonna
it.
see this and go, oh,
Oh wow.
she did like a Kim hair.
Yeah. She is looking so much like him.
Yeah.
If you that one right next to where her head is kind of down,
Yeah.
that's Kim.
Yeah, I know.
That's insane.
Yeah. But you know,
Wow.
big dress.
Yeah.
Nikki Glazer also in red, gorgeous.
It always just throws you off to see Kris Jenner with that much hair. Right?
I think that is the thing.
Used to
Yep.
Kris Jenner's hair being a
Yep.
certain way, that like seeing it in this updo, like sexy Pam Anderson.
Totally.
You're like, wait, Kris.
I agree. I felt that way for sure. Rita Ora had some giant headpiece on. That was very like I always laugh. Like, you walk into this party, you're wearing that thing all night, or are you taking it off? Where is it going?
I would imagine you take it off when things get loose.
Yeah.
You're about 2 martinis in, you say the hat's coming off.
Yeah, yeah.
For the first drink, you keep it on. You're trying to like keep it together. This is my look.
Yep.
By the end, everyone's trying it on.
For
Everyone's
sure.
taking pictures in it.
For sure. But that's, Emma Chamberlain, I don't know what she's got to change with the red carpet stuff. But something must change.
Yeah, maybe
Why is she wearing
maybe the yellow gloves.
Why is she wearing kitchen gloves? She looks like she's going to do the dishes.
It is
Doing the dishes, but make it fashion.
Yeah, it's a statement for sure.
Yeah.
I do like not the gloves. I would have liked different color gloves.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
if the gloves are black, maybe
red.
The skirt is really gorgeous.
Yes.
But just all the pieces did not go together. And sometimes that works when you're like, ooh, let me take 3 random things and somehow it all is cohesive. This was not.
This one's not one of those times.
It was not one of those times, unfortunately. But
She had to get home, wash the
yeah,
dishes.
yeah. Any other big standouts to you? It's the Vanity Fair. You get all the
I
models
thought
that
Bella
look
Hadid
stunning.
looked stunning.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, it's obvious that Bella Hadid is going to
Yep.
show up looking stunning.
Grace Van Patten, I thought looked gorgeous.
Grace Van Patten always.
Gorgeous.
Always
a
looking
black
stunning.
velvet. There's a certain way to just do a black dress. And sometimes you see a black dress where you go, okay, black dress. And sometimes you see a black dress, you go, black dress.
Yeah, you're like classic.
Classic.
Takes your
She
breath
did it
away.
with the gorgeous earrings and like a smoky eye that just really stood out and was beautiful. Really beautiful. So love that. Family affair for the Apatows. Leslie Mann and the 2 girls both there as well, looking gorge. What'd you think of Hailey Bieber's kind of like cheetah print, sort of leopard? Pretty.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, not just black.
Not just black.
Leopard.
Yeah. A pattern.
Yeah, we got a pattern.
That's
in the
a
mix.
pattern.
No, I thought this was really fun.
I did
and
too.
I think
I liked it a lot.
in certain lighting, it's even cooler.
Yeah.
I think it's sick. I think sometimes far away it kind of just blends in, but when you get the closer up shots, you could see how detailed the
Right.
dress really is.
For sure.
And I think it's really, really cool. And the glam is always just like a classic. The hair is always like effortlessly down.
Yep.
It plays.
Kaya Gerber wore a gorgeous red. She's looking more and more like her mom every
Oh
day,
yeah. Oh yeah. Morphing for sure.
like a real
Sometimes
double
I see
take.
pictures of her. I'm like, no, that's Cindy.
Yeah, absolutely. Priyanka wore a like metallic dress with this like fur trim to the Vanity Fair that I thought was really cool.
I thought it was cool too.
And
It
the
was
sandal.
different. And you know what I appreciate? Her and Nick are always matching.
Yeah, they coordinate in
They
some
coordinate
way.
like it's prom. They're like,
You know?
we're showing up.
They've coordinated their height too.
Yes.
They always
They
coordinate
have
in
to.
some. They have to. Well, Nick definitely puts on a little. Maybe there's a little extra lift. You know?
Yeah, he's like, give me the highest.
Can I borrow your heel?
Yeah, like just so many of these guys wear shoes
Oh my
with
God.
a little boost.
For sure. They're all very
For
short.
sure.
Not just Nick Jonas, okay?
No,
They're all
yeah.
short.
There's a lot of shorties that have to be out here on the carpet. So
I love Dua's look and Callum, handsome.
Ugh, they're stunning.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they really are.
Jessie Buckley was asked on the carpet, like, who she would want to be the next Bond. And she was like, I think Callum Turner would be great.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you didn't say Paul. And she was like, no, I didn't. Like, it was just such a weird reaction to
yeah.
be like, you didn't say Paul. And she was like,
Yeah.
no, I
You
did.
asked me a question, I answered
yeah,
it.
like Callum
Yeah,
Turner, not
yeah.
Paul Mescal.
You asked me a question, I answered it. Simone Ashley, I thought her dress was really pretty. A gorgeous silver that just looked stunning on her. And yeah, they always bring it.
Yeah.
Everybody's always bringing it.
They step out for the Vanity Fair.
Yeah. They do. They do. It's the party to be at. Oh, every year you think, what would you do to be at that party?
I wonder how long the party lasts because it starts like so early on the West Coast time.
You're right.
It's like, are they staying out for like 6 hours?
There's multiple. There's the
multiples.
after
There's the
party,
after.
after
Yeah,
after
there's
party.
so many. There's
like
so many parties.
You think
after
Travis Scott
party.
and Kylie and Timmy ran into each other?
Yes, because they do co-parent, so
Yeah.
they do probably
Yeah.
run into
Are they
each
on
other.
good terms though? I don't even know.
Yeah, I think they like just had their kid's birthday party together. I mean, like
Yeah.
they like
Barry Keoghan.
they
and
probably
Sabrina,
run into
lot
each
of
other a
run-ins.
lot. Barry Keoghan,
I think
He's
still
filming
in
that movie right now, right?
the Ringo Starr.
Yeah, okay, because that's what's happening with the hair and everything.
Right?
Please, God, tell me.
Just make sure he's filming. 'Cause I'm
There's a
saying,
reason for that hair, right?
Oh shit! I thought Gracie Abrams looked really pretty at both the Oscars
She
and
did.
Vanity Fair.
She did. They look like they just had a fun date night, you know? It was really nice. Olandria walked the Vanity Fair
Oh, she looked
carpet.
sick dress.
Just,
Stand out for sure.
I just can't imagine walking through life like just looking that good all the
Perfect
time.
all the time.
Like just looking like a doll all the time. The hair, the makeup, gorgeous.
So good.
The white was beautiful. What a standout color.
So good.
You know who wore a really cool dress that like pop off? Chloe Kim, the snowboarder. It was like this tan color, but it was really like fun and different, and with a long train and a cape. And I was like, okay, Chloe.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
I love
I've
it when you see somebody who obviously is not like in this world or in the fashion world per se, and then they come and just like stunt on him.
Absolutely. I saw actually a lot of people like that, where there were even like maybe some influencers that showed up in dresses that were so cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, none of the movie stars got.
I guess they had
all
like
from
more
this
time
dress?
to plan.
I really loved Quinlan's dress. She was
Yeah.
doing the
Gwen, yeah.
doing the carpet, and Quen's dress was really cool.
She always looks so good
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, exactly. There was this clip going viral of Jake Shane during the stream that looked like he just needed a moment, like maybe he just needed a sip of water, and everyone was like in the comments like giving him such a hard time. And I was like, sometimes you just need a sip of water.
Sometimes
you're
just-
talking a lot, you're meeting people, you're going nonstop, and it's hectic and stressful. And they caught him just like having a moment where he was like maybe he was overheating. Like just give him a sip. And people were like, this is why influencers shouldn't be doing this job. I was like, oh, come on, guys.
Not fair.
Come on.
Not fair. Let the man have a minute to get fucking sip of water.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it was like, oh, because you know
sometimes it happens out of nowhere.
they
You're
were
like, oh my
his-
God, I'm overwhelmed.
His
I need-
face fell. It's like he was smiling, talking to somebody, and then it was like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah, because he's overheating.
You're probably overheating
and he's
on
still
that
trying
carpet.
to do his job.
Yes. Yeah, you got to play through it sometimes.
Yeah.
Shit. Things can get overwhelming.
Just playing a video of him talking about that was an old video. That was a party
trying to
last
keep- I'm
week. It
trying to
was
keep
funny.
up.
It was like, what's on your bucket list? He was like, a boyfriend.
Honestly, it's an amazing answer because he has been crushing it and fulfilling all his dreams. And he was like, I just want a boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's like, that's my real answer.
Yep. Chris Evans did step out with his lady as well.
That was nice to see.
And she looked very beautiful. Sometimes when you see, you know, a couple make a red carpet debut, you're like, as you should.
Yeah,
As you should. You two should be going to the Oscars together.
Right, you're married and you have a child.
Yeah, like,
so get out there.
Absolutely gorgeous, stunning. And I think that wraps it up for the carpet. We love a good Vanity Fair Oscars party recap, and we could probably spend like 8 hours doing this whole thing, but it gets repetitive after a while.
Right, you're like, beautiful, hate it.
Yeah.
Where do they all get changed after the show? Where do they go?
That's what I was saying. I don't know where they all have cars or
Hotels,
truck. Yeah,
cars.
car,
Because
vans.
it seems like almost I mean, it's not instant, I
Hotels,
guess, but it's pretty quick.
Sprinter vans.
Yeah. Maybe they pop into a hotel really
Yeah.
quick for a full outfit change. But I think about that all the time because there's people that are at the Oscars and then they're at multiple parties and they're in different outfits every time.
Oh,
So
we did post Kris Jenner's. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
not-
in
I-
there.
Maddie was
I-
up like all night posting.
you probably didn't realize it was her.
No, I think I probably went through this because
Yeah.
I thought Keke Palmer looked so good.
Yeah, love.
And so I think I just went past Kris Jenner and didn't realize that it was Kris Jenner.
Yeah, exactly. When you're scrolling through, you're like, oh, you probably didn't realize. But
Shit.
yeah, so really,
You know who didn't walk
Hollywood's
the carpet?
biggest night.
Who didn't walk the carpet but absolutely loved Zendaya.
Yes.
Stunning.
That brown dress she wore out on stage
oh,
with Robert Pattinson was
It
gorgeous.
was so good.
Really, and I love her hair right now.
Yeah.
That little like kind of like bob
Compliments her
situation.
well.
That was a cool commercial that aired. Did you
That
see
was.
the Rolex commercial?
And the whole time I was thinking, I was really trying to, when a commercial starts playing and you're like, what could this possibly be a commercial
I thought it was a
for?
documentary at
You know,
first.
like I was like, what is this going to be a commercial for? I could not figure it out. When that Rolex crown popped up, I thought, wow.
I think the watch he was
That's
wearing
cool.
was like an absurd price. I saw. I forget what it was, but like
The watch she was wearing?
like last night.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I would
Rolex.
expect nothing else.
Yeah, like it was fully diamond. Like
Yeah.
Rolex.
yeah,
yeah.
it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I would hope so on set
Yeah,
day.
yeah, exactly.
okay.
If not more.
Yeah, that wraps up the carpet portion. I am so excited to crack open a Pepsi. Ooh, just cracked it open. Pepsi Prebiotic Cherry Vanilla flavor right here in my hand because this is the treat that I deserve right now. I'm going to take a nice little sip. It's a midday pick-me-up. I love cracking one of these open with my lunch or dinner, and it's even better because this has prebiotic fiber in it. There's only 5 grams of sugar, 3 grams of prebiotic fiber, and this flavor is so good. It's cherry vanilla. They also have the original cola as well, so you can try these both out today. Original cola flavor or cherry vanilla, only 30 calories, 5 grams of sugar, 3 grams of fiber, which is that amazing pick-me-up that we are looking for. So make sure you're trying them out because they're available now. So try it today.
We went right into that show, 7 p.m. start on the East Coast. If you weren't prepared, you were like, oh my God, wait, what's happening? Conan O'Brien's running from all the weapons kids and he's dressed as Amy Madigan and he's running through all the other movies and the show's starting.
Have to be honest, I missed the first half hour. I don't
Yeah.
know. I had no idea it was on at 7 p.m. I thought it was on at 8.
Yeah.
I planned my whole day according to this show being on at 8 p.m. And I was scrolling on TikTok while watching Mormon Wives, and all of a sudden a live popped up for the Oscars.
Yeah.
And I thought, what? A lot.
Yeah.
It's on? So I got there at 7:30. So I didn't miss too much, and I was able to put it on right when Channing Tatum and
Chris Evans and Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. were starting their little bit.
No. When Channing Tatum was up on stage presenting.
Oh, when he was presenting. Okay.
Yes, that's when I made it on.
Yeah, that was a different part. Yeah,
yes.
it was a different part.
No, that was way before Robert
Way
Downey
before,
Jr.
yeah, that was right. Channing was part of that bit.
Yes, no, but it was right before the Sinners performance, which I was so happy that I didn't miss because chills. I thought I was gonna be. I literally would have been so mad if I missed that live. What am I watching? Conan O'Brien.
This
literally
was the
being
intro.
chased.
Yeah, he like ran
goes
through every movie. He
It's
ran
cool.
through like every
okay.
every
I
Best
like that.
Picture
I like
movie
that.
with all the kids chasing him. Just
Yeah.
going through. I've
Did
watched-
you see Weapons or no?
No, I
No.
Oh, so that's why you probably like
I
what's
still
happening.
haven't watched Weapons because I haven't found the right time to not be afraid of it.
Yeah, super fair. He came out and had his monologue. Pretty immediately made a Timothy Chalamet joke. We know it's really taken over Hollywood the last week or so. His comments about opera and ballet, and Conan said security is extremely tight tonight. Just got to mention that. Yeah, I'm told there's concern about attacks from both the opera and ballet communities. Camera pan to Timmy. He was smiling. He chuckled.
laughing.
He laughed.
what else
Looked
is
like a
supposed to
timid
do at
laugh.
that
laughed.
point?
It looked like a timid laugh. No, he
Yeah.
wasn't like cracking up.
Right. I mean, if you laugh too hard, it would be a problem.
Yeah,
People would be
you
very
can't laugh
mad.
too hard. Then he joked, they're just mad you left out jazz, which people laughed about. All of a sudden, everybody's an expert on opera and ballet.
Well, I think a lot of people are getting mad that have never been to the ballet or opera.
Yeah, right.
Like they were doing, I forgot where it was, but they were doing carpet interviews and they were asking people like, what's your favorite ballet? And everybody said the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
And I was like, you are now putting people on the spot. You can tell that people that they were being asked, they don't know
Yeah.
that much. There are like,
I also just found a lot
it's-
of red carpet interviewers asking people like about his comments. And it's just like,
you're putting a lot of
what?
pressure.
Yeah, you put a lot of people on the spot. And it's like, okay, now I have to, it's like that like almost gang mentality where everyone has to be like, oh, well, what he said was bad because we're supposed to say we support the arts. And so everybody was saying it, but it was like,
Yeah. And people obviously support the arts. And if you
Yes.
love ballet and opera, that is amazing.
Yes.
There are a lot of people that do not know, though,
yeah.
just like people wouldn't know about a lot of things. So
Yeah. Who was it that said it last week?
it was Doja Cat.
Doja Cat,
Doja
yeah.
Cat got really mad at Timothy Chalamet, and then the next day
Yeah.
was like, I've actually never been to the ballet.
And
or
was
opera.
like, sorry, I totally jumped into the whole like
Yeah.
hive mind of everybody's going at him, so I'm going to go at him. which is really, how it goes so much of the time. I'm sure if Timothy could take back that moment, he would.
I'm sure he wishes he could.
I'm sure he wishes he could.
Or worded it in a different way.
Totally. It blew up and like everybody was being asked about it. And then I kind of felt bad for him because there was like red carpet videos where they're filming him walk the carpet. They're like, look, it's Spielberg avoiding Chalamet. Like he didn't want to say hi to him because Spielberg was like someone who spoke out about what he said and all these things. It's just like, I don't know. And everyone's like, his comments are going to lose him the Oscar. Like, I kind of think Oscar voting was pretty much on the cusp. It was over already.
Yeah, I think I saw people saying that the voting was already over. And
and the interview had happened weeks, a week or so before that moment went viral.
Right.
So people hadn't really seen it. And by the time it was like going mega viral, I feel like voting was over.
I agree. And I think like it was out. Nobody cared. And then something made everybody like lose their mind about it.
Yeah.
And I felt like what he was trying to say, or what I took it as, was that he just doesn't want people to stop going to the movies.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think it was like, it really has blown up into this humongous thing that it made it like, it almost felt like during the show, every time Marty Supreme was mentioned, the applause was like barely. Like,
it would be like Sinners. Yeah.
And then it was
Marty
like,
Supreme.
and it was just like,
truly, it was like persona non grata. It's like they were slapping everyone in the face with ballet.
Yeah, it was like really, and of course we can stand up for the arts and people can stand up for the arts, but I think it was like really like, oh my God, now down with Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, and he comes from a family of ballerinas, and I don't really think like he meant it in such a nasty way, but like the reality, if there was a spin on it of him being like, these are things that need to be supported and they're not, maybe it's different.
Yeah.
But his whole big thing, it's like, it's no secret he wants to be a big movie star. He's been saying it forever. I want to be the top of the top, best of the best of this big blockbuster movie. I don't want to be like keeping trying to keep the dying arts alive, which is a strong statement, but it's not different from anything he has said where he's like, I want to be like the movie star guy.
Yeah.
So there was certainly a way to say it where he could have saved himself and he didn't.
For sure.
And it totally came off the wrong way. And it's kind of crazy that he hasn't really said anything about it.
I think he's probably learned from the Kris Jenner PR, and Kris Jenner's like, keep your mouth shut.
Just let it die. But it's just like, and that's why in the moment where I was thinking, if he wins Best Actor, is he going to have to be like, sorry about what I said, guys?
He would have had to acknowledge it, I feel like.
Which is crazy to think that if he had won Best Actor in 20 years when he would like go back and watch his first Oscar, he'd be like, okay, so there's a part where I have to apologize to everybody first.
Well, that's why the guy who, I forget who it was or what it was for, but who won his own Oscar and took like a shot at him in his speech, it's like, that's just going to be in your speech now. Like,
yeah. I know. I thought that was
that
crazy.
was like, yeah, what he said, not great and could have been worded in a different way for sure. But the way that it has escalated is just too.
Like the Conan thing was funny, but everyone else is kind of like,
take it like making a joke at the beginning funny, but for somebody to get up there and win and then take a shot at him, you're like, what are you?
Yeah, if I was Timothy, I'd be like, what? Like, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Timothy had to be sitting there the whole time, like.
It feels like it was kind of like a roast.
On edge, like nervous.
He must have been nervous. It's like, what are they going to pull out of this? But Amy Madigan did win for supporting actress, which she won some other awards this season as well for Weapons. She's just a goddamn delight, you know? She's funny. She's appreciative. She's like, it's been a while since I've had a nomination. And she crushed it. Really, really, really crushed it. Made a joke about having to shave her legs, and she's like, "But I got pants on. Like I didn't have to need to do it." But no, she was great. Thanked her partners she's been with for forever. So that was really nice. K-pop Demon Hunters won animated feature. There was also a moment where they sang Golden live, which was fun. The visual of the whole audience, like the zoomed out camera, and they have those like golden, the light up orbs that clearly they were told to like lift in the air during the performance. I'm thinking, I'm like, is Leonardo DiCaprio holding up this orb right now going up,
Yeah.
They did. They were in the snack boxes,
Yeah.
which, by the way, the Oscar snack boxes
Lame.
are offensive.
Yeah, they're lame.
The fact that they are handing these snack boxes out are actually so fucking absurd.
Yeah.
It's like has a little note and it's like to the nominee, seat filler, whoever's sitting here, da-da-da-da, from Conan. And it was a box of Raisinets,
I like Raisinets.
a thing of still water.
Yeah. Was there any, like maybe a chip? Was there
Maybe a
chip?
bag of like there was maybe one other thing in
Can
there.
you order drinks from your seat or no? I feel like I never see anyone like drinking.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
And
it's-
then an orb to hold up during Golden. Like
I know
that was
that's like,
the-
yeah. And you must hold this up, which was really
Listen,
cracking me
I
up.
like Raisinets, but that's a 4-hour show.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I was laughing too because at that point, everyone's been at all the other award shows. So like they've heard Golden a million times. So they must just be like, all right, last time.
Yeah,
here
like,
we
we
go.
know this. I love the pairing of Tiana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio. I
Yeah.
feel like Tiana Taylor brings out a side of Leo that we haven't seen.
For sure.
Like
I
they're
agree.
like gossiping. Tiana talked about him recently being like, yeah, we talk on the phone. He loves the tea.
Yeah.
Like she was like, we gossip. I was like, I would eat up a gossip session
Totally.
between Tiana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Totally. The performance from Sinners was so cool.
Oh my God.
Some great surprise appearances. Shabuzi was in there. Miles Cannon has like his voice is next level.
I had chills watching this performance. It's so fucking good. The way
Yeah.
that they were able to capture this scene and
Yeah,
perform
on
it on
stage.
stage at the Oscars was so incredibly well done. Because when I saw this in Sinners, I thought it was one of my favorite scenes in a movie ever.
Yeah.
The way that it was done, and I thought that they were able to capture it, like so well
Totally.
because it's so hard to capture. I feel like live,
Totally.
but they really did. And then they had.
Misty Copeland had a moment where it's just
Ballet.
so you guys don't forget about ballet. No.
right in front of Timmy's
I
face.
feel like that was probably always going to happen. I don't think they just added that.
I don't know because she had a lot to say
She did.
about Timmy, and I feel like
And it only came out in like the last few days that she was going to be a part of this.
yeah. So I feel like they maybe added
I wish
that.
they would have cut Timothy during that.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly for them
mean,
to cut to Timmy.
Like, where is he?
Clearly,
Like,
that was not a moment on purpose. She's like in a split and everybody's standing behind her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
It is surprising they didn't cut to Timothy
And
after.
Misty Copeland's a fucking legend. So it's
Yeah.
it's like, yo, they get if you get Misty Copeland to come out
there
and
he
dance
is.
with you, that's going
He's
to be
clapping.
incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to. You have
Yeah.
to.
Well, he's not
So,
going to sit in his seat. I texted you
was
guys.
really cool though.
I texted you guys. I said, I'm sensing tension. A slap is coming. Like the way that the Oscars was.
That was after the Kieran Culkin thing.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, yeah. Literally right after Kieran Culkin called out Sean Penn not being there, I was like, ooh.
I know, right?
Anything
People
could
were saying
happen
that was like a
tonight.
joke. It seemed like he was like really annoyed with Sean Penn not coming, which like that's not really a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think maybe you're just like,
I'm also kind of like he doesn't have
can't
to
even
go if he
show
doesn't
up?
want to. Like,
No. Well, on the carpet, Kieran Culkin said that he would like, because he was presenting, he was like, I would like to actually hand it to the person.
yeah.
So I think Kieran Culkin was just
I
like,
think it's just like for himself a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, it definitely is.
You know?
or even more so, all the attention's on him now.
Yeah, and everybody
he
laughs.
accepts the
laughs at
award
the
for
joke.
Sean Penn.
Love seeing Anna Wintour be a part of the joke because for a long time she was not for The Devil Wears Prada. Like she didn't want to be part of the joke, and I appreciated her deciding to be a part of the joke for this little moment with Anne Hathaway, where she called her Emily to her, which was funny, and just a little promo for the movie.
Yeah.
Which
She
you're not
scares the
surprised
shit
from.
out of me, so I was happy to see her up there joking.
Yeah, exactly. First casting director Oscar was this year, one battle after another one. I thought that was nice to really give each person a moment because this is the first time the award has ever been given out. It just ran a little long.
It did, but I was actually really happy that this
It was cool though.
was an award that they added and featured because it's such a cool job and I wanted to be a casting director.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that is so cool. I want to know more
Yeah.
about how you even get into that position and to then become like a highly acclaimed one as well, like where people just trust you
Yeah.
to be able to put together a cast is so cool. So
Yeah.
I actually thought that's a really cool award that they added because they deserve recognition as
And
well.
yeah, definitely. And for this specifically, really awarding finding Chase Infinity, I feel like was a big part of it. You know, she's going to be such a star. And that was such a big part of it. Then we had an Oscars tie, which who knew that was possible? I thought Kamal was making a joke when he was like, it's a tie. Didn't think that you could do that. But for best live action short, 2 movies won. First, he was like, I'm going to announce the first one. You'll come out, give your speech, and then I'll announce the second one, which was crazy. They had said it was like the 3rd time that happened, but apparently it was the 7th.
I got to be honest, I didn't like this.
I didn't like it either.
No.
I don't really think there should be a tie at the Oscars.
There should not be a tie at the Oscars.
What's the tiebreaker?
They
just
should have
have an odd
dueled on
number.
stage live.
What's the tiebreaker? Yeah, they should have hula danced.
Yeah, they
Like
need
on,
to do something.
Just go with it.
Pick the Rotten Tomato score like we do.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm like, a tie at the Oscars? We're giving
tie is
giving out
wild.
trophies to
Even when
everybody?
they accepted it, they kind of were like, "Oh, a tie, huh?"
It's just you would think that they'd have it set up where a tie is just mathematically impossible.
Apparently not.
But I guess not. So crazy. Then Sean Penn. It was funny because then that obviously went long. And Kamal made a joke about the speeches being the longest for live action short. But then Sean Penn wasn't there to even give a speech. So that one went quickly, which is fair.
Were you surprised by Sean Penn or no winning?
No.
I was more surprised by Amy Madigan. I think this was.
No,
kind of
I was not
expected.
surprised by either, to be honest.
No, I thought he.
Who did you think it was going to go to?
I thought there was a chance maybe Tiana, honestly. Like,
Oh no, I'm talking about
Sean
actor.
Penn,
Yeah, for
maybe
actor, no,
Jacob Elordi, just because he had been winning
Yeah, I
the other
thought-
ones.
yeah.
Sean Penn is so fucking good in the movie, but he
I
had,
thought Stellan
Yeah.
could have.
Oh,
Yeah. But,
was he was in supporting, not actor?
yeah, he was supporting.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of maybe it was because it's not like One Battle had won that much at that point when that was announced, but casting director winning, I was like, ooh, I feel like maybe we're gonna get it being a One Battle night, which then it continued to be. Paul Thomas Anderson won for Best Adapted Screenplay, which was his first Oscar and 14 nominations, and Ryan Coogler won for original screenplay, which I loved because I was so glad Sinners was honored in this way because it is really such an original story. Like you
really
see that
is.
and you're like, how'd your brain even come up with something like this?
right. Seeing it the first time, I was stunned.
Yeah.
I was like, I was not
I
expecting.
love Ryan Coogler.
Oh my god, he's
I
so cool.
love Ryan Coogler.
He's so cool.
He seems
I
like
know-
the nicest guy.
He really is.
He really
I-
does. And he was like, I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
We talk a lot. Like, oh.
And I know I've said it a million times, but him on Amy Poehler's podcast, if you haven't listened to it, listen to it because he's so sweet and they had such a great conversation. And she just could be like, oh my God, Amy, thank you so much. Like, it was just like, it was so nice, so well deserved. There was a very long in memoriam because unfortunately we lost a lot of absolute legends this year. Started off with a tribute to Rob Reiner. Billy Crystal came out, talked about his movies, and then they had a really powerful moment by having a lot of the stars of his movies come out and all stand together on stage, which was really, really cool because you just had some major names up there that are just fabulous, who all were there to support Rob and his wife Michelle and all the projects that they got to do. So that was really nice. And then as the theme, then they played the theme from The Princess Bride, which showed the in memoriam continued. And then Rachel McAdams came out to honor some of the other women we have lost this past year. Diane Ladd, Catherine O'Hara, and then she was really there to talk about Diane Keaton, who I could listen to Rachel talk about Diane Keaton for days. The stories, the memories, the way I feel like she loved her so much and got to honor her in that way was really so beautiful. Then we had the legend herself, Barbra Streisand. Babs came out to honor Robert Redford, which you really like. you're getting the best of the best when it comes to who are you going to get to honor Robert Redford. Let's go full the way we were. Let's bring Babs out here. She had only amazing things.
Only Robert can call her Babs.
Yeah, sorry, only Robert can call her Babs, and Bob. She was
Babs
calling him
and
Bob.
Bob.
She was calling him Bob, and ended with her singing a little bit for him, which stunning.
Yeah, it was
You know?
stunning.
It really was beautiful. I know that I saw some discourse over maybe some people being left out. We had just lost James Vanderbeek, Eric Dane. But they were like, oh, well, is that more technically TV? But it's like, well, they've been in movies. But then they were also saying, is it like the calendar year? Oh, we're honoring people that lost in 2025.
Right.
This happens every year. Where
It does.
Because there's always like a cut. They're like, oh, you missed the cutoff.
Yeah.
It
Which is
weird.
insane.
Yeah, which is
Oh, you should
insane.
have died earlier.
Yeah,
Which
they're
is
like,
insane.
Sorry, you didn't make the 2025.
But, you really had some big...
No, but
we
Catherine
really lost some
O'Hara-
big hitters. Catherine
O'Hara
O'Hara...
was in 2026.
Yeah, that's true.
So
True.
You know.
It
But that's
also-
what I'm saying. Even Catherine O'Hara, you would think maybe you'd have even a bigger moment.
Yeah.
But there's just...
they were like, we got to
Which
throw this
has to
together.
be, and I know this is like a very morbid conversation, but it has to be kind of crazy being in the production meetings for the Oscars of them like debating who gets more than
Yeah.
5
How much
seconds
time
to
are
be
we
honored. Like how do you split up who gets honored for longer? Who gets more? You're arguing like who's more famous.
Yeah, it's got to be the
crazy.
most. It's got to be one of the most insensitive conversations or
It's
rooms
the
to be in
most
because they're like,
insensitive
all right,
ever.
can we split screen these two?
Yeah.
You know, like they're deciding,
Yeah.
are they going to share a screen? Do they get their
Yeah.
own moment? Like you have to throw.
Like, do they vote? Like,
Yeah.
who? Hey, I don't know if this person even makes the video montage.
Yeah, you have to throw every human emotion that you have out of the room when you step in that in memoriam production meeting.
Or it's
you
like-
see that on your calendar, you're like,
Yeah. You're like,
Feelings
oh,
are gone.
Hey, Rachel, you have 30 seconds to talk about Diana. It better not be 1 second more.
because we got to fit Catherine in.
And
Yeah.
it's like people talk about how like certain people get bigger cheers, and it's just all of
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
It is very odd. And then on top of that, also morbid, I was like, it is wild right now that Conan O'Brien has to talk about this. Like Conan O'Brien was like,
his
Billy
party.
Crystal's going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because it was his party.
Yeah.
You know, like thinking about how insane that is. Like I
Yeah.
actually felt bad like thinking about Conan O'Brien having to like be backstage kind of collecting himself together like, okay, well now I have to put on the rest of the show after kind of putting this all to the side right now.
I know. It really is crazy. But yeah, like you are so right. It's just truly one of the most insensitive conversations that they can have is how they have to portion out this part of
Because
the
I'm
show.
looking, I'm like, wow, how did they decide that these two people are going to share the
Yeah.
screen right now, but then this person gets their own moment?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And like Robert Duvall died this year too. Like you some crazy.
He
big-
was in there,
like,
but he only
was
got
in
3
there,
seconds.
But
That's
it's like
crazy.
some crazy big names. And so then you're like, in the room, are they like Redford
It
or
also
Duvall?
is like-
I
Yeah,
don't
they're
know.
like,
Like,
well,
we can get Barbara.
Right. If we can get Barbara in here, we're
Yeah.
going to have to do
They're
Redford.
like, I can get
But
Barbara.
it's like at the actor awards, like Seth Rogen had a whole nice thing about Catherine O'Hara, so maybe they're factoring that in of like, well, we got,
yeah,
you know,
but
like,
still, I don't
But,
know.
yeah.
It's really
It's
crazy.
not, well, we honored her the last
She
one.
already got her
so-
time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're actually going to have to fit in Diane this time around.
Yeah,
It's
no,
insane.
it's absolutely wild. The cast of Bridesmaids reunited on stage. God, I love a group of funny women.
They're going to get me every time.
Every time.
Melissa McCarthy is going to get me every single time. I was cracking up when Rose Byrne to
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like, Leo is playing into
Yeah.
it. This mustache is making him friendly and funny. You know?
I know. It was great.
And Stellan
No one has a
Skarsgård-
better delivery than Melissa McCarthy.
No.
She really does. Like the Stella, like she's like, oh, Elle Fanning. Oh no, sorry, actually,
Stellan Skarsgård was dying laughing.
Yeah.
Which, to see him laugh so hard is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was probably
Maya
one of my
Rudolph is
favorite
so
parts.
funny too.
So funny, and it is so funny every time someone's like, "Wait, Maya Rudolph and Paul Thomas Anderson."
Yeah.
Yeah, what a night for them.
Yeah,
Sinners won for score and F1 won for sound. I mean, the Sinners score, Skinners,
yeah.
is really just fantastic. I feel like, it doesn't. Oh, there was Skinny Pop popcorn, a box
it
of
was-
Dots candy, and a bottle of water.
Yeah. Raisinette, Skinny Pop.
Portion
and
that
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to hold on tight for 4 hours.
And I loved that the cinematographer for Sinners won as well, Autumn Archipod. The fact that she's the first female to ever win this award, crazy. And she had the women in the audience stand up, which I thought was like a very powerful thing to be like, I want to be up here if it wasn't for all of you, which is very powerful to do for the person who wins the first ever award as a female for cinematography. Once again, it's just a stunningly gorgeous film, you know?
Yeah.
Sentimental Value won for international feature film. I know that maybe that was in the conversation for a bunch of other awards as well. And Paul Thomas Anderson won for directing. This was a stacked directing category. But this was clearly his year. You know, sometimes where it's like, this guy's due. You know, One Battle After Another was a huge movie and 14 nominations.
I also feel like this movie was so good. It's like that saying, "Oh well, he's earned it." Like he earned it just off this movie. I feel like
for sure.
It doesn't have to be like, "Oh well, he's had so many other good movies."
No, this movie was great, but I do think sometimes resume comes into play when it gets to this level, because he did mention, he's like, I couldn't ask for a better class of fellow nominees. Like everybody's some massive names.
Funny what he said, where he was like, you guys are probably all going to be like, did I deserve that? Maybe I did.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
But I have.
But
I loved every single time he got up there and made a speech. It was funny every time. This year is going to be so hard to top. Like, I'm thinking about this year. Are there any good movies coming out? Because
we got the Ryan Gosling coming out.
Project
soon.
Hail Mary is supposed to be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That comes
I heard
out.
That's amazing. But
The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan is
Odyssey.
the big summer. Dune
Part 2.
Dune Part 3.
I'm just like Sinners,
Like original movies.
and
Yeah,
One Battle
I know what you're
After
saying.
Another,
Yeah,
and Marty Supreme.
yeah.
They'll
We're still
be-
so early in the year. We don't know what's
They're
coming
just
in the
like
pipeline.
some of the best
Yeah, Marty
movies.
Supreme came out on Christmas.
I just
Yeah.
think they're three of the best movies ever. Like, they're all so fucking good.
Great movies. Totally great movies. Adrian Brody came out and made a joke about himself with his long speech, which was good because let me tell you, for a second, I was scared he was still going to keep talking. Like, I thought he was going to make the joke and then like still have more to say. He did not. Joe had a lot of papers, ruffled them around.
Was the gum thing part of the bit? Like having to take his gum out?
Yeah,
because
didn't he have gum?
Yeah, he had gum
last year, and he like handed it.
Oh yeah, to his wife. I think.
Yes,
like he just handed it to the person next to him.
You know what? I was gonna be like, I don't like this guy, but after last night,
I don't like him.
I was like, oh, he's playing into it.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Adrian Brody, who famously gave the longest acceptance speech in Oscars history last year, you know, made a little fun at himself, which I appreciate. Michael B. Jordan, Oscar winner. Just ecstatic for him. One nomination, one win.
An amazing moment.
Yeah.
As a whole. First of all, Michael B. Jordan in that role, he played two people.
Yeah.
And I know we keep saying it, but he really did.
He played two people.
But he played two people, and he made them so different as well.
Yep.
And they were twins. And it was so funny when the whole conversation came out and was like, are you a bigger fan of Smoke or Stack? And like, you were able to tell the difference between the two of them so well that people thought that Michael B. Jordan had a twin in real life because of how good he did.
Yeah.
So this was so well deserved. And then the moment with his mom.
I know.
And he has been working for so long.
Did you see when he pointed to
Jesse Plemons? I
and
love
did,
that
like,
when he was walking off.
Texas
Oh,
forever.
it was amazing. It's just
Texas forever.
He has been in this industry for so long. It is so well deserved. He's up on stage. He's like, my dad's here, my family. Like, oh, I just couldn't be happier for him. It was such an amazing moment. And it did seem like the conversation really was just becoming between Michael B. Jordan and Timothy at
Which,
this
by
point.
the way, I think Leo, I think he got snubbed just in the terms of how was he not in the conversation?
right, like just in terms of people talking about if he's going to win.
Yeah.
Leo was just never really brought up. It was always, is it Michael B. Jordan or Timothy Chalamet? Would have been a huge stunner last night if Leo did end up winning, because he was really great too.
People thought Ethan Hawke, they were throwing. I feel like pretty much anyone.
It was anyone's game.
It was, and well, you know what happens is early on when the first nominations come out for the Globes and stuff, and you see all the names, you kind of early on start to think who would win these at the Oscars or the later awards. But then as the award season goes on and people start winning and it's Timothy, you're like, okay, well, it's not Leo. So it's like you go into the Oscars, you're like, it's not going to be Leo. You kind of think that it's not going to be him, even though it could totally be him. Like he could have he could have taken it home. He also shared a really nice moment. Who knows what they were saying? But I saw a
He was,
video.
like,
Leo gave him a real
crying,
long
and
hug.
it looked like he was crying, like,
it
into
was
his
really
arms.
nice.
And it was a long time.
It was a really long hug. I'm
Shoulders.
sure he said something really, really nice to him. They shared a moment, and it was him and Benicio, and they both like gave him these big hugs, and I just thought that was awesome. And Jessie Buckley won for Best Actress. She swept this season. She won for Hamnet, which I still haven't seen. And here's the reason. It's one of those situations. Everybody says the movie is so gorgeous, but so heartbreakingly sad. And just to prepare yourself for that. And I haven't been in the headspace yet for that. Like, I haven't found the moment where I'm like, all right, I'm ready to be devastated by a movie, because I know that's what's going to happen when I watch it. Maybe so. There's been a couple moments on a plane where I've been like, do I watch it on the plane? And then I thought, I can't be blubbering on the plane. I hate blubbering on the plane. And it happens so much quicker when you're on a plane. So I got to do it in the privacy of my own home. It's on Peacock. But everybody's talking about how amazing she is. I'm like, I believe you.
Yeah. I loved her speech as
same.
well. I thought it was so beautiful talking about being a mother, a mother's heart, and honoring everyone in the crowd.
Bringing it full circle for the story.
And it was Mother's Day in the UK, she said. So I thought that was just so, so beautiful. And then to wrap up, Best Picture went to One Battle After Another.
Yep.
And saw this coming, I think. It kind of felt like I thought it was between One Battle After Another and Sinners.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Award season. Just both stacked casts, and I love seeing them all get on stage, and I love how excited Tiana Taylor gets for Paul Thomas Anderson every single time. Like, she's just like basically carrying him up on stage.
Yeah, it's so good.
So cool to see. I love like watching Leo and Benicio, like they take a step back. Like they're like, this moment's not about us.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna stand in the back. And then Paul Thomas was like, My American Girl, Chase Infinity.
Yeah.
Like it was really sweet. So happy for them.
It was a great night for them. So happy. It was very well deserved. Fantastic movie. I thought maybe Sinners was going to take it. I did, but it was also a great movie. So you really can't complain too much in my mind. I fully enjoyed both, and I felt like Sinners was awarded for so many very like the perfect they won for the perfect categories, the most well-deserved,
Sound, you wanted them to win for
cinematography, score, original screenplay, like all the things that made Sinners so unique. They won those categories.
Yeah, and Michael B.
which
Jordan.
I thought was great, and Michael B. Jordan, of course, and Ludwig won.
Yeah.
For scores, which was great.
Where was Haley Steinfeld?
Pregnant.
Yeah. I figured that was probably
Yeah, I feel like maybe she
due
might be
soon.
getting close.
Yeah.
And that could be a tough
Yeah.
one.
I was wondering if we were gonna get a her and Josh Allen red
Yeah,
carpet, but
yeah. My guess would be the only thing that would keep her away from the Oscars is she's
I thought I saw somewhere
about to
that
have a
Michael B.
baby.
Jordan like talked about it afterwards, but
he did shout her out in his speech. He mentioned Haley.
reveals why pregnant missed Oscars.
and his
And the answer is
she's
pregnant. Yeah, she's getting ready to have a baby
Haley
right
at
now.
home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here's the reason why pregnant Haley Steinfeld was not at the Oscars. She's pregnant.
Breaking news. She's pregnant. So cool. Such an amazing night. Everyone so well deserved. Pretty boring at times, I will say. But
It's
that's
the Oscars. That's
for
the
ya.
Oscars for you,
And you're
you
just
know?
there to appreciate
I
the
did
arts.
like the end credit scene with Conan. I thought that was very funny.
I thought
Yeah.
that was so funny, but then was so utterly confused when they put Mr. Beast up, and I was like, "Don't." I knew in my heart of hearts that Mr. Beast wasn't hosting, but for a second
Yeah.
I
I
was
thought
like,
it was real.
No, not really.
I just didn't get the
but
joke.
But I just was
at
like,
first.
yeah,
It
no,
took
I
me
just didn't get
like
it.
you texting us, and I was like,
Oh, because
oh,
it's gonna be on YouTube.
because the Oscars are moving to YouTube.
I just had a second where I was like, why?
Yeah.
And then you clarified, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, that made a lot more sense to me. I was joking because I was watching with some friends, and the Oscars do crack me up because there are some bits like that you have these world-class actors come out, and they do these bits where you're like, my God, what the comedic timing? Where is it? Like it's like there's long pauses. They're trying to read the teleprompter. Like use some of the most talented people in the world. Like the Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. thing. I'm like, is this funny? I'm not really laughing. The only part I laughed at was Channing Tatum. He was the funny part of that.
Channing Tatum has great comedic timing.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. called Channing Tatum Tanning Tatum.
Yeah.
Which I think was a joke.
What was the tanning? Like,
I think
that's
he might
because
have-
of, like you wear that when you're tanning, right? Like this thing.
No,
Was
it's like
that-
a Magic Mike thing.
No, I thought that was like a play on the like.
What's a-
you won the tanning shade. Like
It's
that
I
was
think
a
he
show.
just
Mike
messed
thing.
up his name.
I think
I think he just
I
like
took
did
it as,
Tanning
like-
Chatham instead of Channing Tatum. Like I think
thought
it was just a.
play on the tanning. Like you would wear this when you're tanning.
That's a really deep joke. Like that's a real.
I don't-
Like if that's the joke, that's very.
No, it might be the joke, but it's a miss if it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I didn't think it was like hilarious, but I thought, oh yeah, I guess it makes sense.
I think he did. I think he just fucked it up.
Did he? Yeah, maybe.
I don't
know.
think like the
In my
joke
mind, I
was
was
that
like,
his
oh.
that was his thong. Like it's like a Magic Mike thong.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah, like,
the
but,
joke.
you-
but
you-
then maybe it's a layer joke.
I don't think there's another level of like. Well, he also wears it when he tans.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. All these articles are just saying he messed it up. So
I think he
Yeah.
just fudged the name. I think he was just
He was
talking
nervous.
fast and
I
said
gave him
Tanning
the benefit of
Chatham.
the doubt. I was like, oh, tanning. You wear it when you're tanning.
I was like, no, not really.
No, I think it was just like, Channing Tatum. He said Channing Tatum. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, it was a long night.
Yep.
A long recap we just did.
It was.
So hopefully everyone enjoyed that. But that wraps up the Oscars.
We absolutely love a Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. I'm cracking one open in the original cola flavor. There's also the cherry vanilla, but it has that great Pepsi taste, but now with even more to love with no artificial sweeteners, only 5 grams of sugar, just 30 calories, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. It's unbelievably Pepsi and it's so good. Truly getting to be cuddled up on the couch at home, maybe watching a show, catching up on all the TV that we've been missing, and cracking open one of these is the best. It just gives you that perfect little soda taste that you want. When you crave that cola flavor, reach for the Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. It is so, so delicious. And when you get that time to just relax, nothing is better to pair it with than this. Cozy, the blankets, the TV on, the soda in hand. It's the best. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola is available now, so go and try it today.
All right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday. 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 Did I do too many there?
No,
Okay.
No, I thought that was perfect.
It felt like it was going on for a long time.
it was not. No, I think that was the right amount.
Okay. Only 2 things, really.
I didn't watch a lot either.
Love Is Blind and Mormon Wives.
Yeah. Which it's funny because it's like only 2 things, but we could talk about these 2 things for a long time.
Yeah, the thing is, we're going to break them down for a while. So let's start off with
Love Is Blind.
Love Is Blind.
let's
But
do
at
Love
this
Is
point,
Blind.
everyone's over it because we're on to the Mormon Wives.
Yeah, we are. But
Like,
that's why we can just like get like we talk about the reunion and move on.
I'm almost like so tired of talking about Love Is Blind because I'm on to the Mormon Wives, but we'll talk about
Yeah.
it. We had the reunion. This cast was really something else.
And they really were. And it's funny because they were talking about having a record-breaking amount of couples this year, hence why Vic and Christine weren't sent to Mexico. But Vic and Christine were the only saving grace.
The only couple to make it through
Yeah.
on this damn show.
Yep.
So we'll start off with Amber and Jordan, who did end up saying yes at the altar. Jordan kind of just was like, fuck it. Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, I think that was that may have been an almost immediate regret.
Right.
Like I think it came out of his mouth, and maybe when he went to bed that night, it was like, route.
Yeah. Oh, shit. We're married.
So that they said 4 months they were together
Yeah.
and then broke up.
They're done. I think that Amber being a mother, having a child, Jordan becoming a stepfather,
Yeah.
just really wasn't factored into this whole thing.
Yeah.
They couldn't figure out where to live.
Didn't think he was really going to be that stubborn about having to be close to like the bar and his pals, but I guess he was because they couldn't find any middle ground.
Jordan said that
Yeah.
Amber has anger issues and she stormed off the stage. So we were
Yeah,
like, that's not
You know
good.
what's so tough though is like I totally get why Amber's upset, and she has the
Totally.
other girls support. Like the other girls clearly love her, and she's she rides for her friends, which I appreciate.
She does so hard.
But she definitely has some trauma from past relationships that maybe she hasn't fully worked through. And I think Jordan kind of touched on that too, because the moment that it slipped for a second and she like started to yell and it was like, oh, and then she ran off stage, you're like, ooh, that was the temper coming out a
It
little
happened
bit.
so fast in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
It was like a 180. She was
Yeah.
keeping it cool. She was keeping it cool. Boom. She was off the stage.
And look, I don't blame her because I'd be pissed off as well. It's like, because, you know, you said yes at the altar. I do have a child. You didn't say goodbye. She was upset. The whole thing was really tough. I don't know. That's a really hard one to navigate because it's like Amber's throwing Emma at him is like, for why, you know, he's a bad guy. He didn't say goodbye to Emma, all these things. Like, but at the end of the day, like, it wasn't Emma that was the problem in the relationship. You know, it wasn't Emma, or so they made it seem. I don't know what was happening behind closed doors. But it's like the relationship dissolved and Jordan didn't know how to handle that with Emma. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate.
It was unfortunate. I genuinely, while I was watching, had a flashback to early 2000s TV shows where I thought they were going to bring out Emma and have Jordan say goodbye to her. Like, I truly thought we were going to go back in time for a second, but then I remembered it's Netflix. We're not doing that.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. I just think we live in a different time now. But Vanessa and Nick really turned it up a notch for their hosting. So you never know if they were like, hey, bring out Emma. Let's see what happens. Because they were on one, specifically Nick. He was not backing down from some of these guys, which is not normally the tune that these two play by when they're hosting. A lot of times we're left wanting more. We're left saying, you know, oh my God, they didn't press hard on this, that. However, it was funny because it kind of swung the other way where it was like, oh, now he's pressing Chris so hard, but Chris is giving nothing.
They really earned their paycheck for this reunion because every single year the conversation goes, why didn't Vanessa and Nick ask them this question? This time they asked everybody
They
the
asked
question.
all the questions. It only took 10 seasons.
Yeah, they pressed Chris hard, and he was just a defeated man at that point. Like, and it's one of those things
kind of tough to watch.
It was because, like, yes, deservedly so, he was awful.
Yeah.
And he said a lot of awful things. Treated Jessica terribly. But then when it just, like, is a constant beatdown, you get a little worried about the mental health of the people on this show.
Yeah, you do, because you're like, oh, you know, for sure he's made a lot of poor decisions. And, like, yeah, he's apologizing, but it's, like, not, you know, it's not necessarily coming off the most heartfelt.
No.
But at that point, it's like, okay, just leave. You know, like, just leave. You made all your mistakes. You're saying, I'm sorry, and then you're not adding anything else to it. You're not elaborating. You're not really talking at all. Which he was probably advised to do, to be honest. So then it's almost like just go, just get off the stage, like, because when it does get to that point where like everyone's harping on him and you did this and you did that and what do you have to say for yourself, and he's just like, yeah, I'm sorry. There's not much more you can do, and then when you start to be like, well, are you, like, what about this? What about this? And he just is like, yeah, I don't know what else to say. You're like, okay, like then you kind of move on, and it feels weird a little.
Right, because he's not fighting back, which he was just terrible on the show.
Unlike Alex.
Yeah, and I was like, well, Alex had a lot to say. Alex was Mr. Pipe Up McGee, where he was talking back to Vanessa.
He is so sassy.
Yeah, every chance he got, he just had an answer for everything. He's just Mr. Talkback. Like, I would not be able to be in a conversation with this man.
Nope. He's the kind of guy that's like, the kind of person that when you say something and then they hit you with, well, what was I supposed to do?
Well, he's also like a well actually person. Well, actually
Such a well actually.
Well, actually was that.
Such a well actually.
I'm like,
well actually. And it's like, well, Vanessa, what was I supposed to do in that moment? Tell me what was I supposed to do in that moment? It's like, oh my God, please, like, spare me with all the bullshit. Just bullshit 101 from that guy at all times.
At all times, he's like the victim. Like, he's just like perpetual victim his entire life. Everything's done wrong to him. He hasn't done anything wrong. And then, this was said on a podcast after where he said that he purposely didn't do his beard or wear the right jacket because he's saving that for his actual wife.
Yeah, which
I was like, oh my God, what a fucking
no,
asshole.
Truly, like, I couldn't believe it. I when I watched the clip, I thought, oh my fucking God. And I'm surprised they didn't laugh in his face. He was saying it to Nick Viall. I'm surprised like Nick didn't just like, Nick was kind of laughing like, this is ridiculous. But in the moment, he's like, well, actually, you know, that was all done very purposefully because I'm saving my best self, my groomed self for my real wife.
It was done nomadically.
And yeah, and he was like, it was that jacket is too, you know, that jacket was a trench coat realistically. Realistically, what? It was a big jacket.
It was insane.
Ugh.
And then Nick was asking them about the tracking and the period, and they didn't want to talk about it. Nick was like, well, we have to. And I was like, oh, they got talking to by
He's
Netflix.
like,
They
okay,
said,
Nick.
ask the right questions
Yeah.
or go home. Then Emma and Mike,
Two nice people just didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
So it seems.
They want different things.
So it seems. Mike's dating someone new
Mike's
now.
moved on.
It just probably wasn't. It just wasn't going to work. Jessica's got a new boyfriend. Someone else that was on the
Very passionate.
season that we didn't see. He really loves her.
Really loves her.
Really
Got
loves
the
her.
passion in his eyes.
Breezy and Connor never really broke up. I guess they're still together. They're still dating, spending time together, and all those things. They just didn't end up going to the altar. They seem to be like they're in a good place. And then it really focused on Brittany and Devontae, aka Devo.
Excuse me, Devo.
Yeah, aka Devo. And what went down with them. And I just was like, it's so unfortunate when you just read a situation the right way. Like when we watched that last episode and he walked out the door and she was like, bye, like see you tomorrow. I was like, no, you're never going to see this man again. Like you're not picking up. You're never going to see this man again. And then she's basically like, I never saw you again. And it's like, yeah, it's phone calls. He's alluding that he's basically lying to her that he still wants to be together. She's wearing her ring still. They're doing all these things. And then there's this trip to Austin to see Rufus, which I said, you know, the poor older folks that watch this show, because a lot of people watch this show. And I know a lot of older ladies love this show. And they're like, go to Austin to see Rufus. Like, was Rufus in the Pod Squad? Like, who's Rufus? They went to go see Rufus' Soul concert in Austin. It was Ashley, Bree, and Priyanka. And I guess was allegedly supposed to be a girls' trip. Connor was under the impression it was a girls' trip. That's why he wasn't there. But Devo jumped along, tagged along on the trip.
They are a nickname group.
Yeah.
This group loves a good nickname, and they went to Austin, and Devo just popped in, and then his Airbnb was not confirmed, so then he had to stay with them one night, and Brittany
didn't want him in her house, but he was there.
And Brittany was calling them out, being like, no, Bree, you know that Devo stayed with you guys. And she was like, I wasn't there. And then Pri was like, well, he did stay with us the first night because his Airbnb was not accepting. And then he got the Airbnb the second night. And I'm like, they're forgetting that there's hotels in Austin, because he definitely could have stayed at a hotel at that point. But no, he had to stay with Pri.
But it's just wild that he was saying that they were broken up and none of them thought to fact check that.
Exactly. And that's what Vanessa was trying to call out. Vanessa, because they kept saying, Ashley kept saying, we're good friends. And then Pri was like, no, we're not, which was strange. Priyanka just kept being like, we're not.
Yeah,
I'm not
like,
good friends with her.
I actually don't know Brittany at all.
Which I was like, okay, this is strange. Why do you keep saying that? Did something happen? But Ashley was like, no, we're all really good friends. And that kind of fucking hurt Ashley, because then Vanessa was like, all right, well, if you're such good friends with Brittany, when Devo was telling you guys that they broke up, you guys, if you're that good of friends with Brittany, wouldn't you have texted Brittany to be like, hey, Devo, he's with us. He just told you guys broke up. If that was my good friend, I would have texted my girl on the spot being like, yo, Devo's telling me that you guys broke up.
Even if you're not even that good friends, you were just on a reality show where you want all the information about everybody. Even if I wasn't that close with Brittany and the guy that she was with on the show is like, we're broken up, I'd be going to her anyway to be like, what's the tea? Like, what happened?
So this was just a display of the girls really not being there for Brittany, in my eyes.
Yeah, it did seem
and
that
then
way.
Devo being a whole big mess. And now he's going to be a father and is engaged. And I think that Brittany's dad almost passed out when he heard this news.
Brittany dodged a bullet.
Yes, she really did.
Really dodged a bullet. For him to be like, yeah, I'm going to be a father, I thought, what in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Moving on.
Mormon wives?
The Mormon wives. I cannot believe what we are watching unfold on this show right now.
Yeah, it's
with
tough.
The Bachelorette right around the corner.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to buy in to Taylor Frankie Paul's story?
Yeah.
At all. Because I am not buying into it whatsoever. In my eyes, she's already back with Dakota. Like,
well, did you see? There's rumors that they've had to pause filming of season 5 because she and Dakota got into a massive fight. They're like filming season 5 right now. I saw that online. I don't know if there's any.
didn't want to spoil.
I didn't know if there's any truth to that.
I saw some spoilers about, or not spoilers, but there was rumors that may have happened. That like rumors that she went back to Dakota and they got into a huge fight.
I don't even know if it means she like went back to him. I just think like because Dakota's on the show, they have to see each other.
Right.
So it's like regardless of even what happened, we don't know.
We don't know.
It's like they could have been filming together at some party and they could have gone in a huge fight for who knows.
I can't even talk about anything that happened on the rest of the show, like Jen and Whitney fighting and the whole, like, first of all, Jen's husband, like, I'm just going to get this out of the way before I go back to Taylor Frankie Paul. Jen's husband, like, making comments about Jen dancing with Jan, like, in front of the Cinderella cast on Disney and, like, whatever. And he's like, that's going to be my plan A, B, or C. It's like, can you just shut the... Can all the men on this show just shut the fuck up? Because they are some of the lamest, biggest losers I have ever seen. They are all wildly insecure. And cannot fathom that their wives and the ladies that they are with are more successful than they are. They can't wrap their heads around it, and they can't be supportive of it.
Yeah.
Connor, extremely supportive. Connor's like, get out there, do the movie,
I was gonna
do
say,
Broadway. I'm at home with the kids.
The only one is Connor.
Connor couldn't be more supportive.
And when Zach went to go talk to Connor, and Connor, like Zach was like, you know, what are you doing? He's like, magic. Oh my God. I wanted to give him a hug. Yeah. He was like, you know what? I'm actually really honing in my skills of magic.
Good for him.
And he loves it. And it's something that he cares about. And he's like, it's something that's like fulfilling me during the days. I said, that's amazing.
That's amazing. He has a hobby. He has a hobby while his wife's out there working. And that's great.
Yeah.
And they are so supportive of each other. The other ones are such dickheads.
No, it's crazy.
They're minuscule. They have the
minuscule.
confidence of little fucking mice.
The double standards of like, oh, the traditional, the male is working and the wife is taking care of the kids. And God forbid the wife has a little bit of an identity crisis of like wanting to do something else but be a mom. She has to hold that in. She can't share that with them because the guy is the breadwinner and he's like, well, you have to take care of the kids. Well, now it's the shoe is on the other foot.
Yeah.
And these guys have to be home taking care of the kids and they can't do it. Like Ben's like, I'm just being called like Jen's husband. I'm like, yeah, you are Jen's husband.
Yeah, deal with it. You should be. And why is that not something to be proud of?
I know.
You know, what? I don't know what is going through their heads.
He's like, I'm just Jen's husband. Connor's like, that's my Instagram bio.
Yeah.
Whitney's husband.
Connor's like, hell yeah, I'm Whitney's husband. Like, you want a guy to be like, hell yeah, I'm her husband. And they just are so fragile. They have such fragile egos. Then Jesse's like, I want to go by my last name because it's easier to, say.
Yeah.
And Jordan's like, that's selfish. It's like, do you realize that what you're saying is also like selfish because you just want her to have your last, like, why can't you just
Jordan, and I really like Jessie. I think she is so sweet. Jordan looks at her and sees dollar signs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I only see how this guy is trying to manipulate his situation to make more money because they are not in a great place in their relationship. And there's some issues with the prenup and some situations where like Jessie is the breadwinner and he's like, clear. It's like, she said, I think it would be harder to divorce him than to stay with him because I'm sure for financial reasons right now, which is so sad because then it's like, well, he's just going to continue to profit off you. He's the founder of Dad Talk. And now he's making all these videos and they're trying to do the whole thing, riding their coattails. And the wives are all joking about it. It's like, oh, here comes Dad Talk again, riding on our coattails. It's like, yeah, they are. But by the way, like, we don't want to watch 4 episodes about it. Like,
No, we don't.
It took over way too much of the season in my mind. We're like, I don't give a shit about dad talk. I want to know what's going on between these ladies. Like, show me more of Michaela's story. Like, show me more of Michaela talking about how, like, being postpartum and her health, like, she was really struggling with her health, and she's posting about it on social media a lot, but you really did not see it that much on the show. It focused way more on you know, her relationship, but even that was, like, towards the end. The whole beginning of the season is just, like, dad talk down our fucking throats. And I don't care.
We don't
about
care,
dad
and-
talk. I don't care about these guys just being like, we're going to make videos because our wives make videos, and then, like, we'll get brand deals and we'll get to go to Vanderpump Villa.
And by the way, Jordan is such a shit stirrer as well.
Such a
Like,
shit stirrer.
Watching, let me tell you, like, what a huge turnoff to watch a man gossip in the way that he does. Like, it's fun to gossip with your husband.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you know, you
Yep.
get in the car, you shit talk. It's fun. The way that he does it is just like
I know.
it gives me like the heebie-jeebies. I'm like, you're something off about you. Like being so, like with a smile on your face,
Yeah.
being so happy to like gossip and talk about these things.
And I feel bad because it must just put Jesse in these really awful positions, because even Layla is like, I really hate your husband. Like they're,
Yeah.
they are so over it. And some of these relationships are really so strained between like the friends and the husbands, and they're trying to find their place. And it just was like that. It felt like a major theme. Demi is coming in and out. She doesn't want to film. She wants to film. She wants to go to Dancing with the Stars, but she doesn't want to film with the rest of them. And I'd be annoyed too. I'd be like, girl, you can't just come sit with us in the crowd at Dancing with the Stars.
You can't sit with us
and not film the show.
Yeah.
And she doesn't sit down for interviews. When she and Brett went to the music studio. And I'm like, okay, so they're going to record a song. And when Brett's mouth opened and True Colors started to come out, I went, no fucking way.
It was
No
cinema.
fucking way are these two recording their version of True Colors, and Demi is stopping him every 2 seconds to say he's pitchy. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening?
When she was telling Brett that he had to redo it and then she opened her mouth, I said, oh my God.
She was like, you're coming off flat.
I was like, wow.
Or like you're being too loud.
This is perfect television.
I see, that's like this sometimes the silliness of reality TV. I'm like, yeah, give me more of that. Of course, it gets so serious. Demi has had all the ups and downs, and really is not a part of this season that much at all. Even though it seems like they were really trying to end the Marciano stuff. But that's so frustrating to me because she's having these breakdowns. I get why the girls are confused, because I really do believe Jessie. I find Jessie to be a very trustworthy person, that she will tell the truth, because at this point, it's like when her affair came out, she was like, yeah, shit, this is what happened. Like it was like at a certain point, she started to be like, you know what? I'm just going to lay it all out there and be honest about what's going on. And she was. I think she's being honest with her relationship with Jordan, of like where they are and the struggles that they're having. And then she's like, look, Demi's telling me one thing when the cameras are off, and then when the cameras are on, it's a different tune. I'm like, yeah, I believe that, because the cameras aren't there to prove it, but I believe what she's saying. So it's that was tricky to have her kind of come in and out. And you know what? I think it was a little, and I know Mom Talk is the whole thing is like showing up for each other's events, and they care that so much about it. It's like, you got to be at the events. But I think they needed to cut Whitney and Jen a little slack for being on Dancing with the Stars and like maybe not being able to come to some of these events. Yeah, sure, maybe Whitney shouldn't have said, yes, I'll come. But they really were kind of laying in on Whitney for not showing up to Macy's book thing. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think you guys are fully grasping how hectic and stressful Dancing with the Stars can be. And you also see her kind of having a bit of a breakdown, that she's so overwhelmed. And I thought they were being a little mean about that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it also probably comes from a place of jealousy. And
Yeah,
they're like,
right.
oh, she can't come because she's on Dancing with the Stars and that whole thing. on top of all that, Taylor Frankie Paul, I could not believe what I was watching this season.
I don't think these producers all talked.
And I also, right, because they are, the fact that
This is the worst ad for The Bachelorette ever.
The fact that they let this air before The Bachelorette's about to come out and expect people to watch The Bachelorette and buy into her story is shocking. Is it going to get people to watch or is it going to get people to not be interested? I think there's both.
Yeah.
Because I'm borderline like, why am I going to waste my time?
Yeah.
And then the other part is, well, I'm going to waste my time watching a mess. Like,
right.
you know, there will be a mess and we love watching a mess unfold. But on the other side of that, it's like, well, we know that whatever's about to happen probably doesn't last long after the show, just from what we're seeing. Part of me feels bad for Taylor Frankie Paul because I do think that she needs genuine help outside of being on TV and on TikTok. Like, I really do think someone needs to help her.
Yeah.
Because she is clearly not healed.
She's stuck in a cycle and she knows it.
She is stuck in a terrible toxic cycle.
She keeps saying it too. It's not like she doesn't know it.
She knows and is aware, but somehow we need to get her help to get out of it because right now she is so stuck. And yes, Dakota is such a scumbag asshole. I don't know why girls entertain him or talk to him or are interested in him. He's disgusting. And he's hooking up with her friends, but she's going on The Bachelorette. Is it wrong he's hooking up with her friends to get at her? 1,000%. She's also stuck on him even though she's going on The Bachelorette. So like it's just this cycle where she's now flipping out because he's hooking up with her friends and these girls. I don't even know why they're putting themselves in this fucking position to even hook up with him.
Yeah.
It's all so disgusting and it is so toxic. I just cannot believe we're about to watch her on The Bachelorette. And then the way that they keep talking about her going on The Bachelorette is like The Bachelorette's going to save her life. No, I actually think this is only going to be bad for her and hurt her because she is clearly not ready to be dating. Yeah. She's not ready to be in a relationship with somebody.
I texted you, I said, the way these girls are talking is like The Bachelorette's rehab. Like they're like, you know what, but she's got The Bachelorette soon. I think that'll really get her head on straight. It's like, will it? Because unfortunately, Dakota is always going to be a part of her life. They share a son.
Yeah.
And so there's no way that it's like, I can cut this guy off cold turkey forever. And I don't know how else she breaks the cycle because it's nonstop. And it's so hard to see. She gets so mad at him and then they end up sleeping together. It's just like, it's so crazy. And they're all like, she's leaving for The Bachelorette in 4 weeks. Hopefully she can stop doing this. I don't know if here's the thing. Maybe they're just trying to really rebrand The Bachelorette as a different type of show. Because if they start this season of The Bachelorette and the first episode is like, her being like, I'm so ready to get engaged. I want to be married. We're not going to buy that because she's barely ready to date. They're just talking about The Bachelorette like she's going on some big speed dating event that's going to be on TV. The Bachelorette has always pushed down our throats so hard. You're here for an engagement. You're here for the right reasons. There's an engagement at the end. And I feel like hopefully they just shift away from that. Because it's like, she's not ready to get engaged.
No, and the fact that they keep talking about The Bachelorette being a healing experience for her when it is notoriously known that is quite the opposite of that, I can't fathom it. Like, I was getting more and more irritated and aggravated watching this season unfold, knowing that this show's about to happen.
And if Dakota shows up.
No. We can't have that big of a crossover. We can't have a crossover
I
like that.
I thought it was going to be that Ben guy.
Yeah, no, he's out of the picture. He's done.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, like in those early episodes when he was around, I was like, oh, is this going to be a setup where like he shows up episode 4 on The Bachelorette and is like, I want to be here for you, blah, blah, blah. But this is where I'm like, does fucking Dakota show up? I don't know. It's like too much. I know that they really want to bring the eyeballs of The Bachelorette and like talking about the drama and all these things, but I don't know. These two shows are not computing. Watching this happen and how Taylor Frankie Paul is going through her life right now and dating and the way that they're talking about The Bachelorette, the way they're even just talking about the show is like so different than what the show is supposedly supposed to be. And it just felt like there's so much about her life she's trying to figure out. You know, she's trying to track down her biological dad's family and learn more about herself and learn like where this trauma is coming from. And it's like, girl, now you're leaving in 2 weeks and you're going to find your dad's family and learn this stuff about you, which is all good things that hopefully do help her. But you need a lot more time to process those things, I think. And her and her mom have a crazy relationship. And it goes both ways. Like, Because when they start fighting, I'm like, oh man, the way both of them are talking to each other is not right. Like the way Taylor talks to her mom is not right. The way her mom talks to Taylor is not right. And that's another one that's like a vicious cycle. And you see them going to, a therapist that specializes in mother-daughter relationships and trying to work through it. And you hope that they can, but clearly they're just stuck in such a hard place. And I don't even know how to feel about that either. Cause it's like, as her mom, at this point, her mom just wants to shake her. And I'm like, can you blame her for that? But then Taylor's like, I just want you to be my mom. I'm like, can you blame her for that? Because she's like, I know it's a cycle, but I just want you to like listen to me and hear me. And it's like, I so fair. But when it gets to the point that it's so repetitive and so like, so toxic, you can't just be like, I'm your ear.
Yeah, I think her mom...
Without having any opinion.
I also think her mom's coming from a place of like, hey, I've been through this.
Yeah.
Like, listen to me before it...
But Taylor jumps down her throat every second.
Yeah, no.
It's like, have you? You haven't lived this life.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's
bad,
tough
the
to
two of
watch
them
the both of
together.
them. It is.
And it's, I don't know. Watching it, you're like, I'm sorry, did they... Hulu like communicate on this one?
No, because I gotta be honest.
Did like unscripted television have a meeting about this one and how this was gonna go? Or where they watch the season and they go, uh-oh.
I'd imagine the Bachelorette people are like, well, I don't know how this season's gonna go now.
Yeah.
Because of this. But entertaining, and I'm gonna grade them.
Yeah.
I'll give Love Is Blind an A-, and I'll give Mormon Wives an A, because although I'm incredibly frustrated watching, I mean, it's entertaining.
That's
everything I watch right now. I have a lot to catch up on.
So much to catch up on. I actually have that's basically all I watch too. What's been keeping us going on tour is making sure we have a nice Pepsi Prebiotic Cola with us. I have one open right now. It is the classic cola, the original cola. Take a little sip. It is so good. Also comes in cherry vanilla. We had a crazy week of travel, you guys know. However, having a little Pepsi ready for us when we're getting to the shows or when we're in the hotel is so nice. Backstage, getting to have a nice cold soda. It's a perfect little pick-me-up. It's delicious. And there's no artificial sweeteners, 30 calories, only 5 grams of sugar, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. So it's that Pepsi Prebiotic Cola, but it's still unbelievably Pepsi. You get that delicious cola taste, and it's so perfect for traveling around, maybe when you're on the go. You can have a little Pepsi Prebiotic Cola on you. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola is available now, so go try it today. I did finally watch all of the season 4 of Bridgerton. Was watching that on our flight to Seattle. It was an enjoyable season, but a little frustrating at the same time. And I know like they pull from the book material, so it's not on them that it's not the most original story, but it was just Cinderella. Mm-hmm. So I'm fine with that. I fucking love it. Like, hey, I love a Cinderella story.
Classic Cinderella.
It's a tale as old as time, a good old Cinderella story. But it was evil stepmom who was fantastic. And I know everyone's like, oh my God, is the actress who plays Cho Chang? It's like, yes, it is. And she nailed it. She was really good. So hateable. So hateable. And, the stepsisters and the dad that dies and she has to take, where's the will? The will, she lies about the will. The whole thing, like, it's just like, okay, we've seen it all before. So I think that makes it a little more of a frustrating watch when you don't get, like, I was hoping it would come to a culmination, maybe end of episode 6. And then you get more of them together, 7, 8, maybe some other things going on with some of the other siblings. Because there's a lot that happens with Francesca in this one as well. But then it's just like episode 8, you got to wait all the way to the end for it to finally all come together. And you're like, damn, you waited all those years to fact check your evil stepmom's work? Like Benedict's like, why'd you just believe your evil stepmom that you're written out of the will? She hates you. And she was like, oh,
good call.
True. Let me go check that thing. And turns out, fat dowry waiting for her. But I thought Benedict and Sophie were great characters. They had a lot of chemistry. I thought she was amazing. I really thought she was fantastic. So I'll end up giving it, probably falls into a B. Like I really did enjoy it because I couldn't stop watching. I was like addicted to finishing it. But there have been other seasons that like land in that A category for me for Bridgerton. But I definitely still enjoyed the watch. To be honest, I think I have to catch up on everything else.
Paradise. You watched the latest one.
Oh, I forgot because it's Mondays.
Yeah.
The Milkman
Yeah.
episode. Mailman.
Mailman.
The Mailman. The Mailman episode.
I actually like this episode a lot.
We talked about this last week. I did like it. I don't think I liked it as much as you did. It was great background, great backstory. I don't know what's going to happen with this mailman. What was his name? Gary?
That sounds about right, but let me check.
I don't know what shit he's going to try and pull with Xavier. But it's just that one of those shows where it's such a good show, but you wish you could binge it so badly. Because the next episode is just like the goalpost moves further and further away. You're like, just when he gets to Atlanta, his wife's not there. Just when he's trying to figure out where his wife is, his wife's probably going to be somewhere else. Like, it's just like, you're like, you're so close.
I kind of like the Monday drop, though. Because I feel like a lot of shows don't, like, have Monday. So I'm like,
very early in
tonight,
the week.
it's like, we're talking about it, and then I'll go home tonight and watch it. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give that episode a B. It was a good episode. But I think I thought episode 4 was pretty incredible. But I found that backstory of like how they ended up in the shelter and putting that group together was all very interesting. And I mean, shocking move by Mailman Gary at the end there.
I didn't see that coming, to be honest.
I did not see that coming either.
He was a weird guy, but
twists and turns all the time, but it keeps you on your toes. And yeah, I mean, like the Pitt love story, all those I have to catch up on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even finish Southern Charm. The Southern Charm finale, I didn't even finish.
I watched Survivor, so I'll throw that in there. Yeah. I'm really upset about Q going home. I know nobody knows who I'm talking about right now unless you're watching, but I really love him, and I'm upset that he got sent home. And but it's a great season.
Yeah.
It is so good, and I will give this episode a B+.
I was just giggling because I was reading Club Chalamet just posted another thing. Like,
it
is so funny what she's like. Her
was
last
tough.
couple posts, but
we knew it was going to be bad.
she's like, you can tell she's taking like subtle shots at Kylie. She goes, like she's saying she's not upset. Don't worry. She
she's okay.
prepared herself for
Thank
this.
God.
She did because she had posted on Sunday morning, like had posted saying, I don't know if I can
Timmy
even
now
say Happy Oscars Day.
Timmy now finds himself in the position where he needs to reassess his career plans and take a serious break from his current reality because something is not working.
Oh my God.
And then she goes,
not his current reality because something's not working.
Timmy would do good to recenter his life and career by doing some deep soul searching, take a lot of time from the public eye, and seeking new business associates to help him navigate a brand new redirection and rebranding for his carear.
Oh my God, the shade. Wow. The shade is too good.
Yeah.
The underlying message is dump her.
But yeah, I didn't really watch anything. Honestly, last night before I went to bed, I'm like, I gotta watch one more thing just for the weekly watch report.
Yeah.
Because all I had was Paradise, which I thought was really good. I do want to get back into the bubble, but I'm actually now like fully bought into this other world.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this now. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I'll give that an A-. I actually really like that episode. And then I watched DTF St. Louis episode 3 last night. Jason Bateman show on HBO. This is a great show. Like I think you guys should definitely.
Yeah, look, there's a lot I want to catch up on. I want to watch.
We gotta catch up on a lot.
I want to watch Rooster.
Yeah.
I got Shrinking episodes to catch up on.
Yeah, so much.
I didn't watch the Southern Charm finale. I gotta do that. Oh, we did watch Summer House, right? Yeah, because we watched it Wednesday on the flight.
Yes.
You guys didn't watch Love Story?
No, not yet.
It was Amanda's birthday, and Bailey made the joke at the table that everyone didn't like.
Oh,
Which felt like an overreaction.
Huge overreaction by everybody. I mean, if anybody else made that joke, everyone would have laughed.
Yeah.
They got so mad at her. It was uncomfortable because I really like Bailey. And
I don't like how mad he got at Bailey.
No, I didn't like Ben's reaction. It actually gave me the ick. I was like, all right, Ben, like, relax, because now you're actually getting so mad that do you want to fuck Amanda? Because you're getting so mad that you're actually pushing me the other direction. And then we see a preview for the next episode. Jesse makes the same exact joke and everybody laughs.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
for sure. Something I love watching West and Sierra get along, and I just hope they can stay that way. I think that they probably have to have some real conversations, maybe some tough conversations. Sierra's kind of said like she doesn't want to have those conversations in the daytime. Like it's like, oh, when they're drunk and it's out and it's fun, like fine, but it's not like a lights on daytime get serious thing. But I do like when they are all getting along as a group, and everyone else I feel like really likes it.
Yeah.
So
I'll give it a B plus.
Yeah. Same. I will do the same. Oh, and I'll just grade Love Is Blind and Mormon Wives. Love Is Blind reunion, B plus. Better reunion as a whole. Better product. Feel like we're normally pretty disappointed. And Mormon Wives, Mormon Wives is an A. You really just can't deny it. Because you're so locked in and you're really pulled into the world. I feel like I'm a part of Mom Talk, you know, when I'm watching. And the only thing Mom Talk should be afraid of is Dad Talk. Like, will Mom Talk survive Dad Talk?
Yeah, that's the question.
Only time will tell. So that's it.
DTF St. Louis, so episode 3. I'll give it a B plus. Like, I'm pretty locked in. Linda Cardellini, like, everyone's really good in it. And it's one of those shows where it's like a who did it. So pretty locked in there. But yeah, that's literally all I watched.
Yeah, we're behind all the travel, you know?
Yeah. We have had quite a
Didn't
couple
get to
of
catch
days.
up on all the didn't get to catch up on all our programs.
No, we didn't. But we will have some time to rest and watch some TV. So we'll be able to talk about that all next Monday. And that wraps up the weekly watch report. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. And we'll be back with another episode on Wednesday. Love you.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks.